Welcome back to Waratah Oval here with the next game for play between the Waratahs and the Rosellas, and it's a very good morning to Dan Saunders. G'day Dan, how are you mate?
Good David, thanks for having me, great to be here. What a super day for cricket. Well, a lot better weather today than what we had yesterday. The second semi-final, we've got the Rosellas coming onto the field now. Let's hope this game is half as exciting as what we just saw there in the first semi-final.
Ridiculous performance from Dylan Hunt at 80 from 25, getting the Sabres home inside 8 overs of a chase of 120 is unbelievable. It was, I know you only saw the time, it was explosive to watch, but we'll talk about that during the rest of the morning and the afternoon. Wests are going out to bowl here, and the Waratahs will be batting first. I'm sure that'll be James Sarakas as one of the batsmen furthest from us. We can see him coming to the screen now from the West Career Club in Sydney. And possibly Johnny Durham looking at the figure going with him. We'll get the names for you very shortly. Dan Saunders and David Redden taking you through this game, the second semi-final of the NCC Summer Bash. Dan, it was great to listen to you and Aaron last week. I was driving down to Sydney for the Plan B. Fantastic listening to you both. It was really entertaining commentary, mate. Credit to you. It was really enjoyable, Dan.
Thanks, David. No, Aaron and myself, we enjoyed it, and I've been likewise listening to your commentary. It's been fantastic. This new software that the NDCA have gotten to help cover these games, it's really great. And I mean, onwards and upwards for the NDCA and the different competitions that can utilise the frog box.
Oh, 100%. This is going to explode. It already is. It's just going to take off and jet off.
Well, there's going to be, the next generation coming through. I mean, when I was playing, you waited to see what was in the newspaper Monday, if they spelt your name right.
Yeah.
Then My Cricket come along and see all your stats. And now you're going to have the next generation going to be like, I can actually see myself play. It's fantastic.
Nathan Hudson is the non-striker. My mistakes. So Nathan Hudson is the non-striker. James Sarakas is on strike. The great Joseph Leslie Price will open the bowling, named in the Australian New South Wales Country Team of the Decade at the Australian Country Championships. And in fact, in Geraldton, when we won it, the last time we won it, Joe Price was the player of the tournament. And a crown on a fantastic career and still a superb cricketer into his late 30s. James Sarakas is on strike, Nathan Hudson off strike. Saunders and Redden here with you, taking you through this second semi-final. It's rock and roll time at Waratah number 1. Joey Price to bowl the first ball to Jimmy Sarakas. Back of a length, Sarakas bunts it down to short third man. And Wivel fields that one and they're away. So interesting field there. They had 2 men on the leg side fence. So this will change for Hudson. Let's see what they do here, Dan. Looks like they're going 5 in the ring on the offside and 4. They'll all be on the ring. So Dan, we've got a deep, what looks like a deep mid wicket, or is he going to go straighter?
Looks like he's straightening up, David. I think we've got a backward square is more of a, I guess on this angle is a square leg on the boundary, and mid wicket, deep mid wicket, the two outside the ring.
Jeremy Noonan out there at Cow. Nathan Hudson, he's got to go. Sarakas has to dive, gets the quick single. So 2 singles off the first 2 balls. Aaron Wivel awake there at backward point, unusual for him. He's usually dawdling and dreaming of other things, but he picked that one up quite well.
No time for dawdling in these T20 games. They're just so fast. Every ball is a new competition, a new contest, I should say.
Price drops one short there. Sarakas gets it to the forward square leg fence, just a single. This field will go back to the, I imagine how it was originally. Four set in the ring on the offside, a backward point, a cover and a mid-off. And then your plays inside the ring, a short fine leg, short forward square and long on, as a mid-on, and then 2 blokes on the leg side fence. Hudson gets one, skies it.
Got that away.
Looks like it's 4, 1 bounce 4, and called 4. So Hudson getting that one over. Here we go, here we can see a bit of a time delay here. Just expressing it around top edge, but very good play from Hudson there. Good early boundary for Nathan Hudson, who's just made his New South Wales Country debut a few weeks ago down in Canberra.
Oh, excellent. No, a lot of good players from both sides. It's going to be an awesome semi-final.
Price bowls that one short of a length. Hudson gets it, matriculates it down to short third man. All chases and keeps it to a single.
Good start so far to Waratah. They've scored off every ball this over.
Eight is the score. Last ball of the first over here. Price won't want to bowl too many short to Waratahs because he can mow them. Bowl short, and that's been mowed.
Hit that well.
That is a superb catch. That is such a good catch. And goodness me, perhaps a little bit lucky there, to be honest. Waratahs could have hit that anywhere, and he's hit it probably 5 yards left. But that is a great. I know it's off your screen, but he's taken that in mid-air, probably a metre inside the fence.
Yeah, no, and height-wise, that ball's probably clearing the fence at the top of the fence height, just where the fence sort of rises here at Waratah Oval on the grandstand side of the field. Rosellas have struck early, but you're right, David, that could have been the first maximum for the innings, but that's a great catch. He timed that perfectly. Hands up above his head, fingers to the sky. How you're taught to take those outfield catches, but quite flat. But no, good start for both teams. But the Rosellas with that early advantage with that quick wicket in the power play.
Jeremy Noonan coming on from the Georgetown end, and Jeremy Noonan's just been at the State Challenge this week at David Phillip Fields in Daceyville playing against the Metropolitan sides. Took a superb fifer for the Newcastle Colts at Tamworth early this year, his first fifer in informal cricket, and can be quite sharp. Still only 17, 18 years of age, and Johnny Durham is the new batsman as well in the maroon helmet, and they've crossed, so Durham will take strike.
Two left-handers at the wicket now, David.
Indeed.
Yeah, I watched Jeremy Noonan. Last week at the quarter-final, I should say, against Wallsend, and he was quite sharp. I was quite impressed. A very handy cricketer.
And Johnny Durham, they haven't got it covered at the moment, but if Noonan bowls with any width, Durham's lethal square the wicket on the offside. He's a little bit unusual for a left-hander. He loves playing through point, cover point, and he's very strong through there. Very good square driver and cut-up. Noonan to Durham. It's a wide to start off with, and will be two wides here. So two wides there to Waratahs.
Yeah, I had a look at the wicket just before play, and the wicket's come up very hard, very dry. But the outfield, especially where the wicket keeper is standing at this northern end, it's still quite damp. It's quite wet around the edge of the square. So to get the ball through straight, especially on the batting at the other end, it's going to take some hitting straight at the wicket to get through to the boundary.
Noonan to Hudson, right at the crease length. Hudson can only get it out to short cover, no run. Dan, talk to us about, you've got a sports program there on Port Stephens there, and give everybody a bit of a bio on what you've been up to and when it is and what you're covering in the Port Stephens area.
Sure, so I do a weekly sports program up on Port Stephens FM, a community radio station. It's 100.9 FM.
Beautiful square drive, Hudson. It won't go, I don't think. That's the longer boundary. Two so far. Can Durham scuttle back for a third? No. Lovely square drive, Hudson. Keep going, Dan.
Yeah, so every Tuesday night, 6 till 7, the first hour of a 3-hour show is dedicated to sport in the Port Stephens region, imaginatively titled Sport Stephens. So we talk all sorts of sport, any sort of sport, any organisation that's keen to have their sporting group acknowledged, advertised with Winter Sports with registrations, and it's a great shot through the covers there. He split the field. Back for two.
Go on, mate.
With rugby league, rugby union, netball, Aussie rules, all those winter sports starting up, plus those all round, like the touch football, the bowls, the fishing clubs, cricket, of course. Whatever information that we can put out there for the community to attract sponsors, attract more players, that's a great shot.
Again, I don't think that'll go with this heavy outfield that Dan Saunders has so astutely pointed out. And that's against the breeze here. We saw in the last game Dylan Hunter multiple sixes, but they're all down breeze. To the left of screen, you're hitting into the wind, so you've really got to smoke it to get into the fence.
Well, the wicket they're playing on is right on the edge of the square on the grandstand side of the field, so that is quite a lot of paddock out there to cover on what is the offside here to both left-handers. Plenty of running these boys will be doing today. Oh, straight to cover. Yeah, so that's something I do. I volunteer. I've been doing it for about 4.5 years now. It's just a labour of love, passion project. It's great to meet all the other volunteers out there that keep these sporting organisations up and running. It's amazing how many sporting groups there are in that Port Stephens corridor.
To be fair, they've some pretty good sports facilities. That sports precinct when you drive into Nelson Bay, where the Marlins play and there's football played and there's Union play. It's a great setup. It's a lovely Aussie rules ground, beautifully drained. Dick Burwell Oval there in Nelson Bay. And that's the end of the over. A good one there for the Waratahs. Score check is 17 for 1. So that's 100.9 Port Stephens FM, 6 o'clock every Tuesday night. Is that correct? And
that's correct.
It's part of a 3-hour show. Make sure you get in and give a listen. I've heard really, really good things about it, mate. So congratulations on the work you're doing. And it's a privilege to have you here with us in commentary. It's great. And as I said, after listening to you and Aaron on the way driving down the city last week, I put a text on the message box. I said, "Red, you folks going to put me out of a job." It was great. It was really interesting to talk. And Aaron's actually a great bloke to work with because he's got a lot of knowledge as
Very
well.
knowledgeable.
It makes it easy for us, to be honest with you. Joseph Leslie Price coming on to Nate Bolt and Nathan Hudson. Short and 4.
That should go. He's got enough on that.
Oh, yeah, it should roll in now. Joey Price earning a length there. We can see it on time delay. Hudson, a lovely, just pivots. He does like playing that pull shot. He's not a tall man, Dan, and he's very good square of the wicket.
That's the second one he's picked up off the hip there and got away to the fence.
These two played cricket with one another in a previous years at the Toronto Workers Cricket Club.
I'd imagine they'd know each other's game quite well.
Oh, yeah. Short again. Almost bunts that over Aaron Wivel finally. Just gets the single. Was thinking about a second.
I'm just wondering whether Joey Price might think that's a weakness there in Nathan's. I mean, he's coming second in that battle at present, but that one there he wasn't quite sure of. That could have gone to hand. It's spooned up there on the leg side.
It's almost like a lap sweep off a medium pacer, wasn't it?
That it was. So a bit of a field change here now. So the sweepers on the leg side have come in on the ring.
This is one of Durheim. You know how I was talking about how strong Durheim is square of the wheel offside? Yep. In fact, that guy's a bit straighter than I would have thought. The man on the offside fence has come into almost an orthodox deep cover.
Quick single taken there just to mid-wicket. Yeah, so deep mid-wicket and deep cover for Durheim. As you said, that's his strength out there on the covers. A field change for Hudson, the deep cover coming into the ring and square leg dropping back onto the fence.
23 for 1, 2.5 overs gone inside the power play. Slower ball, off cutter.
Worked that single there nicely.
Aaron Rubel got the radar off then. That nearly hit Joey Price in the head with the return throw. 24 for 1 now. Good enterprising start after the early wicket of James Sarakas. Brilliantly caught on the square leg fence, or forward square leg fence. Nice Australian rules mark out there. Price to Durheim. Durheim can't get that ball past the field. Dot ball. Dan Saunders and David Redden here with you. Live streaming on Frogbox for the NDCA NCC Summer Bash here at Waratah Oval on a breezy Sunday afternoon. Nice change after a pretty ordinary average day up and down the Hunter Coast yesterday. It rained quite a bit. And Price deliberately digging that ball in back of a length, which has been noticeable this over. Hudson diving in unnecessarily, pulling a Greg Louganis and diving from 5 metres.
Give him an 8.5.
And the score check at the end of the third over is 25 for 1. So Hudson's on 19, a very good start. Following on last week, he had to bat in the 5-over slogathon last week and took Grant Stewart, a first-class cricketer, to town. And set up that run chase in 5 overs. Nathan Hudson's not well here. It's on hands and knees. He's coming up now. And Johnny Durham will take strike here. Jeremy Noonan will bowl again from the Georgetown end. That side screen's a little bit of a funny angle. From where I am, it just doesn't look like it's in the right spot. But anyway, Noonan to Durheim. Gets him with the right leg, cramps him up for room, and he just bunts it back down the pitch. No run. You were talking last week about when I was listening to you, the Toronto Mud Crabs. So they play suburban districts, the Mud Crabs, do they, or are they CNS?
No, the Toronto Mud Crabs play in the suburban districts competition. They're affiliated through the Toronto Workers District Cricket Club.
Okay.
Play out there at the Waterboard Oval.
Yes, I've played cricket at the Waterboard Oval.
Great, quaint little ground.
It is.
Interesting shot selection there.
again, trying to take advantage. He stepped outside leg stump and trying to hit that square fence on the offside. There's no protection square on the offside on the fence. Joey Price is down here, what is actually a very fine third man.
It's going to be a very good shot to get it to that square boundary from this batting at this end.
You've almost got to hit it in the air first and take a risk.
Yeah, and get your timing, so the footwork will have to be there as well.
Durheim gets one up into his ribs and gets it to Aaron Wivel at short fine leg. And Aaron Wivel on the spot gets the throw in very quickly.
And clouds are certainly circling in from the south, David.
Not worried about the weather at the moment. If it starts coming from there, that wind is pushing it sort of towards the right. So it's not the warmest day, but it's a lovely day for the cricketers.
Very pleasant, no humidity, which is great.
Yeah, it's great.
He's still looking for that shot, isn't he?
Yeah, Noonan bowling to Hudson there. Hudson not moving his back foot overly much. You'll see the back foot, he doesn't move much. He's trying to express that out the offside, and we can see that in the way. The back foot stays stationary and the front foot moves. To play those sort of shots, you've got to hop onto the back foot, which Nathan Hudson's actually quite adept at. But at somewhat of Noonan's pace, you've got to be able to play him off the back foot. And again, trying to hit a ball of back of a length without getting that back foot back and across, Dan.
Yeah, your technique. I mean, you need to
see how that back foot just stays stationary. That back foot's going to come out here.
That's
He's
right,
going to play
back and
those
across.
shots. That's right, back and across. The higher levels of cricket you go, the more you've got to be adept at playing balls off the back foots, both on both sides of the wicket. Noonan hitting an excellent length there for those last three balls and bowls an excellent over. So Noonan's none for 10 off 2. Score check for you was 26 for 1 after 4 overs. Looks like Joey Price is having a spell here.
That was a great over. There's only one run from that over.
I think it was 20 foot, yeah, possibly. Durheim hit one down here to short backwards, the short final leg. Might have been the only run in the over. So terrific well from Jeremy Noonan there.
Lots to like about his bowling. As I said, he bowled really well in the quarterfinal last week against the Walls End Tigers. So yeah, definite change of bowling here at the northern end of Waratah Oval.
The veteran Anthony Hobson, let me tell you, this bloke's still a good cricketer and was a superb cricketer in his day. He's come back, plays T20 for West, serious cricketer. Dan?
He was arguably man of the match last week. He took 3 wickets, he top scored, carried his bat not out.
37 not, does that sound familiar?
Yeah, he batted very well, and you wouldn't have known that he'd only just sort of come back to cricket and just playing at that T20 format. He looked very poised. He's a class act.
Yep.
And he actually had a chat to us mid-innings on the Frog Box. No, he had a very good game, and we'll see how he goes today.
So interestingly here, he's taking on Johnny Durheim with a 5 set in the ring on the offside. He's got 5 men there. These men deep are a deep square and a deep line. Hobson's going to back himself. He cannot bowl with width outside off stump. Durheim stepped outside leg.
Cramped him up for room there.
Yeah, did. He followed him.
Smart bowling already.
The Rosellas have gone well on the last 10 or 12 balls. Have really reduced the scoring. Hobson following Durheim out there. Now, I'm just wondering if the field will change. It has. Nate, the square leg comes a lot straighter. In comes Joey Price into the ring at mid-on. And Jeremy Noonan. Hello, mate. Great man. How are you? Jeremy Noonan coming down here in front of us at long off. All arms and legs he is. Nothing of him. Have to run around a shower to get wet and earns. Hudson goes straight over Joey Price. That is a great cricket shot. And Jeremy Noonan won't be able to cut that off.
Ooh.
4 runs, Nathan Hudson. Lovely. In fact, that's where Dylan Hunter targeted the boundary early in his innings. Lovely shot there from Nathan Hudson. Hudson moving on to 23. Score check for you, 31 for 1.
Certainly had his timing there. That's gone through that wet area quite well.
Yes. And switch over here. So Jeremy Noonan goes from long off to long on. Joey Price comes to the ring at a very straight mid off. Hudson and Hobson's now bowling with 2 men deep set on the leg side fence. Hudson goes from Mo, brilliantly fielded at short mid wicket. Stops a single. James King, the skipper there. This is train line in all of District New South Wales here today behind us, ladies and gentlemen. They don't stop, 24 hours. Hudson, that might be a catch though. He's just going to, the wind's going to get it. The wind's going to get that. Double to Nathan Hudson, just over Joey Price. Hudson not trying to get runs in this power play, which you've got to do. They're 33, so slight advantage at the moment that Rosellas. 33 is not enough runs, and would like to get towards 50 if they can off the power play. That seems to be the target everybody gets. However, they've got 9 wickets in the shed, which is very important.
If they can keep them at 1 down by the end of the power play, I think the Waratahs will be happy with that.
Hudson gets a very full ball and gets it to short fine leg for a single. That's not a bad over at all. And Hobson ends up with 8 off his first over, and the score check after 5 overs is 34 for 1 here at Waratah Oval. Saunders and Reddenwin commentary with you in this, the second of the NCC Summer Bash semi-finals. Just wondering if Jeremy Noonan's going to have a spell here, or if you keep going, Dan. He's launching with intent in that area. And yes, he's going to bowl. He said, I suspect that Noonan will bowl out. And they'll get his first. He's bowled very well so far. He's 8. Sorry, no, that's Hobson's figures. I'll wait for. I think Noonan might be 10 or 11 off his 2. There he goes, 10 off 2. So he's done a good job.
Yeah, no, I think while he's bowling well and he's not going for runs, he hasn't gone for boundaries. Keep going while he's warm. Oh, he's got an edge on that. He's just beaten the keeper. Third man's going to cut that off and save it just to a single.
Just beat the keeper there. That was probably straight down first slip's throat. Nathan Hudson trying to again target that point boundary where there's no protection on the fence. Noonan bowling with 3 men in the ring on the leg side and a deep forward square, a 3rd man and 4 men in the ring on the offside. Durham on strike. Trying to hit, he's consistently trying to target this inside out, and the West players are onto him. We can see a bit of a time lapse here. You watch how far outside leg stump he goes, Dan.
Yeah.
About a foot outside leg stump, trying to matriculate the ball over here towards this point fence. Noonan clever enough to follow him. 1 for 35. 4 deliveries left in the power play. Is that a wide? Yeah, it goes too far this time. Outside the tram tracks. Quite a few people in here, and there'll be a lot more this afternoon. Newcastle City, all 3 of these sides are inner city Newcastle sides, and this is a lovely place to watch cricket too.
Yeah, great. One of the best grounds in Newcastle, if you ask me. It's fantastic facilities, fantastic field. He's edged that one again. More intentional, that one.
Yep.
It's still straight down to 3rd man for a easy single.
That fine 3rd man's come in very important, hasn't it? He's very fine. And twice the ball's been hit just to his right hand, just a single. Noonan doing well here. 13 off 15 rocks, and the score is 37 for 1. Hudson is 27 and Durham 5. Hudson gets that ball down 3rd lane. This time will be a double. They've got that just outside the ring. He's going to come.
Oh, he's coming.
Just a slight misfield, and very good aggressive cricket, Nathan Hudson. They pick up a double.
It was well run. He's ended up making that an easy looking 2.
Yes, Joey just bobbled that just bobbled it, only slightly, but that was enough. That's all they need in T20.
Good match awareness.
Hudson going the pull shot there, but Noonan again cramping for room. One thing that's been noticeable, they actually haven't bowled with much width, have they? They're making them hit a lot of balls, either fine or straight. There hasn't been much square.
That's right. No, and smart to bowl. I guess there's something in the wicket that's got them bowling just that short of a length, and they've set their fields very well so far, which has kept the run rate down somewhat. Mind you, he's gotten right onto that.
That is on the concrete. And a maximum for Nathan Hudson. The one ball in the over that Jeremy Noonan didn't get his length right, and Hudson takes, well, we're seeing this on time, mate. Bang. Lovely authentic pull shot. The wind gets it, and that's a lovely 6. Yeah, so, at the end of the over, it's 45 for 1. That's the power play done. And Nathan Hudson's now 35, so looking very good here so far. And Johnny Durham just staying there, just pushing the score along gradually. He's 5 off 10.
1 for 45 off 6. You've got to think the Waratahs would be pretty happy with that if at the toss. They won the toss and elected to bat in these conditions. You'd think they would have taken that. 7.5 and over.
That last 6 makes a bit of a difference. I think they would have been unders at 40 or 39. At 45, I spoke a little while ago back wanted to hit the 50. They've at least got 9 wickets in the shed, and importantly,
yeah, very important.
Nathan Hudson's got his eye in, and that's important as well.
Yeah, well, the set batsmen, they should be able to bat very deep, should bat their 20 overs, but again, T20 can change on the drop of a dime, so We'll see what Hobson has in his second over.
Power play signal is done, so now they can have 5 out. So they've gone with deep cover at sweeper. Joey Price over near us at long off. Jeremy Noonan at long on and a deep mid wicket. Hobson to bowl to Durheim. Durheim's got to start hitting gaps. He's now 5 off 11. While Hudson's going over in, you can afford that, but he does need to start finding gaps. There are a lot of gaps around, obviously, with only 5 men in the ring. Needs to get basically get the strike to Hudson, Dan.
That's right, yeah. Well, he's got his eye and he's hitting the ball very well. But Durheim's a class bat and he'll get that ball away though. He's looking for 2 in. Hudson's coming back for the second.
Brilliantly run.
Well ran.
This Waratah is a big enough ground that if you get the ball to just to the ring, it's a double. So, and Jeremy Noonan is not slow. So very well run.
And a good arm too.
Yep. 1 for 47 into the 7th over. Hobson on from the railway end here at Waratah. Brilliantly fielded by Hobson.
Yeah, but we're saying about the conditions and the wicket and the field. Waratah at their home ground, so they'd be well aware of those little 1%ers which visiting teams may not be aware of.
This is a lovely size ground too. It really is. Durheim
hit that well.
Yeah, Price quickly off the boundary. And he's hit that a bit too well, and it's a single. So Hobson going along okay here. He's 11 off 10 balls, and it's none for 11 off 10 balls. It's 48 for 1. Hudson's go-to areas, he may be targeting short fine leg, and he's certainly got room if he gives him room to cut. There, straight to Wivel, as Wivel throws it to absolutely no one, but backed up beautifully at mid-wicket. No run. Aaron Bill's warming up just in front of us at short mid-wicket. He'll come in to bowl his right arm sliders and toppies shortly. Probably from that Georgetown or southern end here at Waratah. I've lost it. It's straight down there.
Straight down long ons. Oh,
makes it a bit harder than it was, but it ended up being...
That's a great catch. Yeah, he nearly overran that.
Yeah, he
nearly messed that right up.
He got himself underneath it, didn't he?
He did, but he had enough of his tippity fingers right back up there and it nestled straight in. That was a very good catch.
In the context of this game, that is a very important dismissal with Nathan Hudson at that stage with 35 off 24.
Yeah, it's big wicket.
It's a big wicket. Noonan takes a catch off Anthony Hobson down here at long on. And taking any balls in the air today are difficult with this breeze. And they actually took that double-handed and they went straight in. So they did the somersault, but he's done his job.
No, that was right down here just to the side of us. Had a very good view of it. And you see those ones a lot of the time spill out, just the way his positioning was. But no, he did really well. That was a good catch. And as David said, a big wicket in the context of the game. Nathan Hudson was looking quite set. He's done the hard work. He got his team off to a good start in that power play. But Hobson bowling quite full, quite straight, making them work for their runs, and that's the result. The second wicket down.
Dan, if you would take over some play-by-play and I'll do some colour commentary. We'll switch roles for a little while and away you go, sir, if you wish.
Okay, so just checking to see whether they crossed. I think they would have, but that was the end of the over.
Blake
Morley. Blake Morley is the new batsman for the Waratahs, and he'll be taking strike. Change of bowler at the southern end of the ground is Bills. Again, got to see him bowl quite well last Sunday in the quarter-final against Walls End. He puts a lot of loop on the ball. It's good to see a young fella tossing the ball up, not afraid to give the ball some air, give it some flight.
And that is his set-up ball. It's the one that he bowls faster and that comes through that he can trap blokes. He gets a lot of LBWs by bowling a faster slider.
That's good. In he comes, there he goes, Bills. It's a bit flat, and that's...
Wow.
That's the warm-up ball, the half tracker, and first ball, Morley's hit that straight down, deep square leg's throat. Is that the captain?
Joey Price.
Oh no, it's Joey Price. So that's a first ball duck to Morley. Bills has got a wicket with his first ball of his spell. Joey Price taking a relatively simple catch out there on the deep square leg boundary, and the Waratahs, as we said, these T20 games can change on the drop of a dime.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, the Waratahs are now 3 for 48. One ball into the 8th over of this second semi-final.
Hitting into the wind.
Hitting into the wind, into the furthest part of the ground. It was a low percentage shot. I mean, the ball was there to hit, mind you.
It was a half. Yeah, you got it right. It was an absolute half tracker.
And in this form of cricket, you've got to try and take those loose balls and put them away. Problem was he hit it down the throat of one of the best fielders in the competition.
Very safe pair of hands, Joe Price. So they have crossed. We're just waiting for the changeover of batsman. I think this is Connor Blaxall Hall. We'll just wait for the our screen to come up. But Jerhome's on strike. It's not. Well, that says it's Kieran. Blaxall Hall's not here. That says it's Kieran Brackenby. Now Brackenby's left-handed. Oh no, it is. Oh, we got it right the first time. I couldn't quite see that. So it's the second guest player from West, Connor Blaxall Hall, who's come in at 5. Back to Dan with Jerhome on strike.
Jerhome just checking his guard. Field here. Ball's just leading on the outside of the off stump.
That's the one that pushes through the slider that actually goes away from left-hander in the air.
I'm just trying to see what our viewers can't see. We've got a deep long on, deep backward square. The dot ball there to Jerhome.
Long off and long on as well.
So long off. So there's only 3 outside the ring that we can see. Is that correct?
Looks it to me. I'll agree with that.
Yeah, it's a very strong ring field, so they don't want to give up any easy runs here, the Rosellas, which is that's good attacking cricket. Make the Waratahs have bounced him. That was a very interesting ball there by Bills.
That actually was. Here we go. We can see this on time lapse. He actually did. That was a seam up bouncer.
Well, it's good to see he was alert, ready for that Jerhome, but he did well end up to get that away. So the new striker is Blaxall Hill. He's facing his first ball. Bills. Flat leggy there. Just played away to point. Ball hooked in quite quickly back to the keeper. 3 for 50.
I must apologise. I called him Blaxall Hall earlier. It is Blaxall Hill. My apologies to the family and everybody. Blaxall Hill is the Connor's name. Bowls very good right arm off break stand.
We'll have a role to play in the second half of this game for sure.
On this pitch for sure.
Especially if he bowls from that southern end. He's got a lot of real estate out there to protect him.
And also that's
the wind.
And also that for a right hand off spinner, that's where these drifter goes. So he'll be able to drift it away from the right handers.
That's right. It's beaten the infield, but there's a deep cover out there to keep that to 1. There's a single to Blaxall Hill, he's first. Jerhome back on strike. Yeah, well, the sun's gotten through here. There's a bit of a bite in it, after all.
There is.
It's like being in Melbourne today here at Waratah. 4 seasons in 1 day.
Yeah. Except that we wouldn't be allowed to be outside, given what's going on down there, unfortunately.
Yeah, well, less said about that, the better. That's the end of the over. After 8 overs, Waratahs, 3 for 51. So the Rosellas have just got themselves back in front of the arm wrestle.
Agreed. I think they're clearly in front at the moment.
Yeah, that double wicket play there, it's really put the Rosellas on the front foot. The Jerhome, I guess the experienced batsman still at the wicket. He's going to play a big role for the Waratahs now to see how big they can go in this innings. Hudson about to commence his 3rd over. He's got 1 for 11 from his first 2. It's taking a bit of time to set his field here to Blaxall Hill. Long on, forward square,
yep.
Fine leg, all on the fence.
He took where the ring. Dan.
That's right. He's bowled full. It's 2 runs out there to deep long off. So the old bait and switch. He set the field. They'll dig it in short and
And immediately they react and drop back the long off straight away. So they've still got 4 in the ring.
Yeah, long off's probably 10 metres in from the fence. He's not on the boundary. I guess it's got to be a real good hit to get it down that far. So maybe he's there also to help stop the second run. Ooh, so don't think that carried the short mid-wicket. He played that well off the toes there. But Hobson bowling, where you really need to bowl in this form of cricket, full and straight. No width, nothing short. No full tosses ideally. Hobson's taken the pace off the ball there and just punched that through the offside for a single. Takes the score to 3-4-54.
And again, now he's got some protection for Durham square driving and cover driving. Durham, I don't think in his innings has hit a boundary. I think they're all 1s and 2s.
That's right. Give himself some room there, but that's just going to be another single down to leap long on. Thought about the second, but wise move just to stay there for the one.
Noonan was quick out the blocks here. He had
Very
to
quick.
be.
No, good anticipation down there. Comes Hobson again to Blacksall Hill. Again, he's taken the pace off the ball.
But noticeable a couple of times, hasn't it? How
Yeah.
much slower it is, and it just sort of sticks in the wheel, makes it hard to hit.
Yeah, and you can see it out of the hand. He's letting the ball go, and you think it was going to be full, but you can tell the batsman he's in doubt straight away, and he's smart bowling. Very smart bowling for these conditions. That was a very good over. That was a great over, actually.
So 3 for 55 after 9. Hobson's gone 3 overs, 1 for 15.
Yeah, only 4 from that over. That's
Good going.
Yeah.
And Aaron Bills to, I would assume, come on from that Georgetown end. Yeah, there's the pressure advantage on the arms. And at some stage, Durham is going to have to start targeting boundaries and get the ball past the ring. He's still there. He's had to consolidate for a couple of overs with the 2 wickets and 2 balls.
Yeah, losing Hudson was a big loss.
Bills is off.
Interesting bowling change.
I'm just wondering if this is the skipper, James King.
Yeah, well, Bills may not have been landing him how he was hoping. I mean, there were a few loose balls in that first over. That one led to a wicket. Maybe they're saving Bills for later in the innings.
Yes. So Aaron Wilber's going back to the deep packet square fence. That is James King to bowl his right arm dibbly dobblers. And the reason I'm not being rude, the reason I think he might be bowling is that there's just a little bit in this pitch. It's just a little bit soft, and he might be actually hard to hit if he gets his length right. And again, he'll do what Hobson did and take the pace off the ball down.
Yeah. He's got his line first up there, James King. And captain's prerogative. If he's seen something in that wicket he thinks he can do himself, he's best person for the job. At least he can trust what he'll do. And he'll be the first that if he's not getting anything out of this spell, he's got plenty of cattle to call on.
Short third man. Wilber's going to come into the slot and shoot extra cover. A deep point and a long off. And short fine leg wicket, then 3 men on the fence on the leg side for King.
Speed in the field. So let's push down the deep long on. Happy with the single. Good anticipation again down there at deep long on. Deep long off, I should say, sorry. To keep that to 1. Durham back on strike to King. He still can't connect through that offside. He's giving himself plenty of room. I just feel if he just maintains his technique, he's going to be in a lot better balance, a lot better position to hit that ball through the
That's
offside.
a very good point. He's actually, his body's off. He's moving the wrong way, and he's not balanced. He probably will be better off to. I think he's getting frustrated. He's got 11 off 20. He's got to start scoring.
He's got an edge on that, beating the keeper. It's not going to go to the fence. It's very slow through here.
Blacksall Hill running very hard and go
He
there
ran 3. That's well ran. That's very well ran.
So Durheim managing to get an outside edge that I don't think was overly educated, but he's got
It's
what he had to on
third or
multiple
fourth one too.
Yeah, that's right. Score check for you: 60 for 3 into the 10th over. Durheim's 14. Blaxall Hill is on 5. Leading edge slightly there.
Could have gone anywhere.
Yep. So just for those of you that are watching on live stream, the wind is coming sort of top left to bottom right of screen. Basically a sou'easter here, and a strong breeze too. Any balls hit to the right of screen, just take off.
Oh, he just dropped that in.
Well run, Durheim.
Single just went off to the right of screen there, but yeah, smart running again by the Waratahs. Halfway stage of the Waratahs innings, 10 overs, 3 for 61. I guess, David, how do you think things are poised at present?
West slightly in front. Blaxall Hill can play. One of these two has to bat to the end of 20, and it was noticeable that when the whips played earlier on, they didn't get anyone to bat through. I'm not sure if anybody was up to the other way. He was going, he would have made 150 if he'd have batted 20 overs. But yeah, look, I think the Rosellas are in front. They'll be quite pleased where they are. They pegged them back. They've probably saved 15 runs with those, or 10 runs with those 2 wickets falling.
16 runs in those 4 overs since the power play.
And that's phenomenal going. Hudson to bowl his last. He's 1 for 15 for 3. And Blaxall Hill, and he's on strike here.
Hit that straight to cover.
They've done that a lot, you know. They've hit the field a lot today.
Yeah, this leg side is a lot of easy singles out there. They've got long on, mid wicket, square leg all on the fence. But no one in front of the wicket on the leg side in the ring. So whether that's a tactic just to give them one to get Durheim on strike.
It's interesting, Bills was quickly out of the blocks there, but he stumbled a bit. And Blaxall Hill was looking at 2, but he got there quickly. And the throw was actually a little bit errant. It was a 4 or 5 bouncer that missed the keeper completely. They do enough and they keep it to a single. Hobson getting Wivel finer at third man. We've seen that today, haven't we? It's a feature. It's how fine the third man's been at both ends.
He's hit one, he's hit that well. That's the shot he's been looking for all day. And that's pulled up just inside. Yeah, that does a great stroke. He's hit that well along the carpet, but if that's not going to go for 4, I don't like his chances of getting anything through the fence, through the covers. That was his best shot by far, Johnny Durheim, and it just pulled up really quick. So it's well fielded, short cover.
Aaron Bills.
Dot ball.
Durheim has picked up a 3 and a 2 in the last over to get his scoring rate moving. He's 16 off 23. Blaxall Hill is 7 off 13. 3 for 64 is the score. This will be the 5th ball of the 11th over. That's what he's been hoping for.
Yeah, full ball, wide of off stump.
That's the shot. Can you see what I mean about how fluent he is? That particular area, he loves hitting there.
Yeah, that's gone all the way to the fence for 4. That's all of a sudden 20 off 24. That run rate for Johnny Durheim looking a lot more aggressive. And the boundary is just what the Waratahs needed at this point, and fair to say that hopefully there's more of that coming to get this score up to a competitive total for the Rosellas to chase. Hobson in again. Durheim's had a swing of that. He's whipped that through the leg side. And coming back for 2. That's an easy 2 in the end. That's very well ran by the boys. Blaxall Hill quite quick between the wickets, and Durheim matching him. These overs are going through quite quick, aren't they?
Hobson finished at 1 for 24, quite solid from the veteran.
Run a ball.
Waratahs 3 for 70 after 11 overs. So that's a very good over for them, and they have to keep on pushing it. I would think they're targeting 130 to 100, or even 140. This is an explosive West batting lineup, as you know.
Oh look, yeah, I wouldn't.
They'd give themselves a chance.
I would be wanting as many runs as possible for this West batting lineup. They bat very deep, and they've got guys there who are. I mean, James King, their first game, I believe, at 100 in this format.
117 off 45, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
We were in Canberra and someone said, King's just hit 100 in a T20 game, batting at 4.
Yeah. Obviously, Joey Price speaks for himself. Hudson. So Bills is back into the attack. So King's just bowled the 1 over.
Bill's firing that one in and not giving Blakes a little much room to trying to get under it. And there's no one at cover sweeping over there. Bills probably won't be bowling with any width here. He's in trouble if he does. And that's a reverse sweep 6. My goodness me.
That's a great shot.
Oh, we
Blakes
can
or
see
Hill.
this on time delay. Just want to see where it was, the line of it. Oh, that's off stump.
Yep.
That is a ridiculous shot from Blaxall Hill. A reverse sweep 6 over backward point.
That's certainly how the crowd came alive here at Waratah Oval.
There's a
He
few
was onto that early, premeditated maybe, but it was there to play. The ball was there and he hit that perfectly. Great shot. Full ball there by Bills.
And as you normally do when the things that coaches love, hit a 6, get a single. Good cricket, as they say. Score check 77 for 3. Bill's getting that one very full and reducing the type of shots that Blaxall Hill could play. Blaxall Hill 14, Durham 22 at 77 for 3. Interestingly, no one on that. So Bill's can't. No, here it goes. There we go now.
Yep.
I was just looking at the field, and Dan was sort of looking at me thinking I'm an alien, which I am. But back goes that deep point, Dan.
Yeah, well, if he can get it out to him, he's be playing against the spin, hitting into the wind. It's went a late cut there just for a single. Wise to have that sweeper out there, but I think Durham really needs to be playing with the spin to the shorter boundary, hitting with the wind, with the spin. He's going to have more chance of scoring boundaries, in my opinion. Bill's
At the front, the hand again. That was the seam up. We can see that. We've been watching his hand. That was the seam up. We can see this again on a little bit of delay. I'm sure this is a seam up at the front, the hand job. Was.
Yep. Good eyes there, David Redden.
79 for 3. Dan Saunders and David Redden enjoying every minute of bringing you this NCC Summer Bash semi-final with thanks to the City of Newcastle Council.
Smart there, just rotating the strike. This is smart batting now. They're trying to score something off every ball, which they really need to do. It's only 3 wickets down, so plenty of wickets in the shed. So if this pair for another 2 or 3 overs can keep this partnership going and at least a run a ball to set them up to be able to have a really good dash those last 5 overs.
That early boundary in the over sets up the whole over. You then take the risk factor out. James King is changing ends and coming on a bowl from the railway end. But the coaches will always say when you're bowling, you don't give up a boundary on the first or last balls.
Right.
Okay, because it either finishes off an over or it sets it up. Now Blaxall Hill took a risk to hit the big pogo down here, and the rest of the over they've just pushed around.
Right.
So it becomes a very good over.
10, 11 run over, and it's a safe 10 or 11 run and over.
That's right. 1 risk, 5 balls where they haven't taken a risk, and you're pushing the score on. And Durham will do the same here. King has got coverage for him. Interestingly, he's got no one behind point on that boundary. And if he does have a lot of width, Durham, as you've seen, when he gets them, he's taken a long time to get his eye in today, can hit them through there. Goes exactly, that might be a catch.
It is. That's a great catch. Another great catch away from his body there at, I guess, a deep point. This ball is going away from the fielder there.
Yep. It's a very smart snaffle. And again, West get a wicket again at a crucial time. They were just going.
And the first ball of the over, as you said. That's that coach killer.
Yep.
The King, he's master stroke, the captain. He's changed ends, obviously with Hudson bowling out. But yeah, the skipper's got the wicket. That's the 4th wicket's fallen for the Waratahs. He's in the 4 for 80. 1 ball into the 13th over.
And again, Port Stephens FM 100.9 on your dial. Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock with Dan Saunders. Sport for the first hour every hour, is it right?
Yeah, that's the first hour of the program, and how much sport just depends on what content I've got available.
You've been speaking to my skipper Nick Foster, I believe, once or twice.
Yeah, Nick's been a great contributor. I believe he's going to be on again this Tuesday. It's been hard to get Nick. He's been away with cricket, obviously with work and training. Everyone's busy, but no, it's been great for Nick to give up his time At times during the season, they'll let us know how the Stockton Northern Districts Cricket Club are going, how the summer bash, the rep side, the rep cricket, the juniors in the area. Talked about Jorgs Bar opening up down there at Lynn Oval, the home of cricket in the peninsula.
So Jeff, I'm the licensee there. We served quite a few last night, let me tell you.
A little known fact you might be aware, but I had 2 years of district at Stockton.
Very good.
99 till 2001, so look back fondly on those years.
I've been there for 7 years. I've enjoyed every minute of it.
So King and 2, Blacksall Hill, they crossed. He has hit that well. Now this will test to see how this, I think he's got enough on that, has he? Is that going to go?
No.
That's
Should be a triple.
That's that long cover boundary we've been talking about through that
Jeremy,
side.
who took that last catch?
3 runs to Blacksall Hill. Full ball there on the offside, but again, you've nearly got to hit a full toss and hit along the way through the air to get a boundary on that side of the field. New batsman is Hardy.
Josh Hardy coming on now, coming into bat. He's been doing quite well in two-day cricket for Waratah Mayfield, as they're known in the two-day comp.
2 right-handers at the crease now, I think the first time this innings.
That sounds about right. Blacksall Hill's looking for 2 here, and I'll get them.
Great running.
That last catch, that very smart catch, you just saw was Andrew Benbow running back from point, and it's so expertly called by Dan. Yes, well, you'll have quite a bit to talk to with Nicholas, because the Newcastle zone side's playing the state final against Riverina, a very crack-hot Riverina side at Goulburn on Sunday. So please talk to Nick about that. He'll be more than happy to talk about it. Very good Newcastle side, and it has to be a lovely shot. Chips that into the onside.
Another 2.
Against the best Riverina side of a generation. So
wow.
there's some really good opportunities for you to talk there. And Aidan Cole making his debut for Newcastle in that game. So who we'll see this afternoon in the GF, Dan. So lots to talk about with Nicholas Foster.
Look forward to that. Tuesday night, 6 p.m. on 100.9 Port Stephens FM.
Hardy looking very on at the moment. That's a couple of lovely shots he's played. That's brilliantly fielded. I know that's an average throw, but he's got rid of it so quickly. He's prevented them from actually even thinking about taking 2. Score check for you is 87 for 4. 88 for 4 now.
So his next couple of overs are going to be really telling in the context of this game.
Okay, going with a 3 deep set in front of square on the leg side, and the only man inside the ring is Aaron Wivel at short fine leg, in his usual position around the corner hiding.
Get that
King
well
takes
down the ground.
pace off this one. Noonan's got to get rid of it quickly and cleanly, and does
so. Keeps that to 1. Again, that leg side field for the right-handers there. No one inside the ring on the leg side, as you said, except for behind the wicket.
So score check for you. He's 89 for 4 after 13 overs. Blacksall Hill is 19. Hardy looking very lively already, is 5 off 3. Dan Saunders and David Redden here with you. Live stream frog box of the NCC Summer Bash second semi-final here at Waratah No. 1 Oval. Quite a few people in the house just watching on. Canteen running. Come down and have a soft drink and a barbecue and whatever you like. And enjoy some really good cricket. And of course there's the grand finals this afternoon. Looking forward very much to witnessing that and broadcasting it for you. Got to thank the people at NDCA for coming up with the idea of live streaming cricket. It's a great opportunity. It's great for you and I to get in and wonderful opportunities for us to commentate in, and just to see it being in front of your eyes is great.
Yeah, it's great stuff, and it's a bit of fun, but it's also you're watching the game from just a different perspective.
Yep.
You're sitting normally square onto the wicket and you're chatting and you're sort of watching things, and a wicket or a boundary sort of piques your interest. But sitting here, you're watching every ball, you're analysing what's happening, you know, the body language of the players, watching the skipper, watching he's moving his field. And I mean, both being cricket lovers all our life, I mean, still playing the game, but I still get a kick out of watching a good contest, especially having no vested interest in the result too. Cricket's the winner, is the phrase. He's got that away through the offside, pierced the field.
Nice cliche, Dan Saunders. Aaron Wivel is the new bowler from the Georgetown, and he's bowling his right arm nude balls around the wicket. Try and keep them up tight. His target will be to bowl at middle and leg into their pads to reduce width, and accordingly he's got no one on the sweep offensive cover. Got 3 men in the ring on the offside. Blaxall Hill expresses that over to point for a single.
So many bowling options, the Rosellas team.
Oh. And remember, Tom Allen's not here, and neither's Brad Alvis, so.
Keep waiting for the keeper to take the gloves off to have a bowl. No, but again, very strong club and a very strong side, and yeah, you need to have plenty of options, especially in this form of cricket, because it can just get away from you so easily, as we've seen with the Waratahs a couple of times, where they've just gotten on top and then bang, wicket or wicket. You need to be able to reassess and go to your players who are strong in different situations. Here's Wivell again. He's had a lash. That's going to clear the ring field over backward of gully. Come back for an easy 2 runs.
94, I think now. 94 for 4. I give Aaron Wivell a little bit of stick, but I'll tell you a couple of things. I've called him in football as well for his beloved Cardiff Hawks. One thing Aaron Wivell is very quick. He's very quick on his feet, and he can run long distances very fast. He's not just a sprinter. He can really go. And he's brilliant between the wickets. Single there. Good cricket, Waratah, the Waratahs. Hardy on 8 and Blaxall Hill on 22. The score is 95 for 4. But yes, he's very quick. And interestingly, a lot of Australian rules footballers are very quick over a short distance, like the length of the cricket pitch. Wivell can run 100 metres quickly. He just keeps going. He's very quick.
Athlete.
Yep. Don't tell him I said that, but yes.
I'm sure he's got this on record at home. So you'll listen to it later. Yeah.
And that's an over. And tidy enough from Wivell. Just the 7 runs off it. No boundaries. James Kim will be pleased. He's got an over out of Wivell with no boundaries. And again, it's 96 for 4 after 14. So they've got 36 rocks left. I would think, gee, if 150 would be at the top end of that, if what they'd want. Joey Price coming on back here to bowl his 3rd, bowling from the railway end to Blaxall Hill.
Yeah, well, that 7 and over from here gets them to just shy of 140. You would like to think, with only 4 wickets down, a few more risks will be taken to try and get more boundaries. 150, and 150 is going to be a good total on this ground. It's going to be a very good total. It's going to be certainly an exciting run chase for the Rosellas. I know they've got plenty of strong batting in the shed, but 150 on the board in a semi-final.
Someone's got to go large for them to do that.
Yeah.
Single to Blaxall Hill, who looks to me to be a very organised batsman. He's taken 1 risk this innings really, and reverse swept a 6 out of it. He's a big, strong. When you see him up close, he's a big, strong unit. Clearly had some time in the gym. Hardy on strike now.
Oh,
the draw shot.
Did we end up finding the origins of the French Cup?
No. Again, you could see Aaron Wivell's foot speed. He closed that ball down very quickly.
Yeah, no danger of that being anything but a single.
No. 98 for 4 the score into the 15th over. Joseph Leslie Price has the ball in hand. Slower ball off cutter. Takes the pace off of Blaxall, just gets it straight to point, no run. And you were mentioning, who do you play your cricket for? Nelson Bay?
No, I'm with Katara.
You play with Katara?
I'm a Newcastle boy. Been with Katara for 10 years now. Playing in the Suburban Districts competition. Inaugural season this season. Single out there to the deep square leg sweeper fielder. Take this total to 4 for 99.
Did you get on yesterday or washed out?
Nah, whole round ended up washed out again. I think it's 3 weeks straight. It's been a tough year with the weather saving itself for weekends. A big change of pace there. Is it more like an off spinner?
Was. We'll see his hand. It might have even been a leg. Let's have a look at his hand. Yeah. Clearly, around his fingers under it. He actually has a bouncer that's, when he puts his shoulder in, it's actually quite sharp. You can let him go. That's a very delicate shot from Hardy. Will he get a double? He won't.
Brings up the 3 figures.
And he has an enormous stamina, a big ticker and enormous stamina. He once bowled 36 overs in a grand final for West when they won it. And I think he bowled spells of 18 and 18 or something.
Wow.
Yeah, 36 overs, 4 for 70, but didn't just get them home, but that made a massive difference, and he just keeps on going.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a huge run up, and he's got a big one of these. He's got a massive
Big
ticker
heart and a
across
smart
the eye.
cricket mind too.
Yeah, he has, and a very hard nosed player. I tell you what, hard man. Aaron Bills to come back on from the Georgetown end. Score check for you is 100 for 4 after 15.
Yeah, I think they might try and take Bills on this over. I think with 5 overs left, 4 wickets down.
You wonder if Blaxall Hill gets strike if he'll try and reverse sweep him again.
Well, he's 1 from 1 trying it.
Yeah. So it is dangerous against Bills because he bowls those sliders. If he hits his pads, he's in trouble. Hardy on strike. Gets the single, and I think that's the wise move. I think that Hardy should be getting Blaxall Hill to strike as much as he can.
Yeah, Hardy has shown he can find the gaps from the start, which I think they were missing earlier on in the innings.
We did discuss that. That's actually very astute. 25 off 25 for Blaxall Hill, facing Bills.
That was the sort of ball I guess he put away the last time. I guess picking it out of the hands the key there for Blaxall Hill if he's going to come up with some, how do we say, unorthodox stroke play. There's some more flight there. Get that through at the deep point, just a single to Hardy. No throw there, good.
Guess who the fieldsman was?
Skipper.
Aaron Whipple.
Oh, it's Aaron Whipple.
Aaron with the thrower.
A lot of them look the same with these Greg Chappell hats.
They do.
Yeah, you can see him scurrying in the sort of in the background. He saw what was going on. The throw was quite wide.
I wouldn't be in the pub playing with Aaron Whipple. I think you'd get a chance of being hit the way he's thrown today. He's sprayed them all over the place like Scud missiles they are. Score check for you is 104 for 4. Bill's doing very well this over. 4 consecutive singles.
That's excellent bowling, especially this stage of the game.
Fully. Oh, gee, you got lucky there.
Full toss as a dot.
Shin high fully, that was.
And Hardy wasn't happy about not putting that away. You could hear him scream. Let's hope Bills can finish off now. Flutter delivery. Oh, strike. Yeah. Throw down to the non-strikers end, but an easy single. It's the end of the 16th over. 4 for 105. 4 overs remaining.
Jeremy Noonan coming from this end, and this will help he bowls, he can move the ball into right-handers, and with this breeze, he'll be probably starting maybe down a ruler length outside off stump and trying to tail back in and off stump. But that's his shape. As I said, he played the state challenge during the week at Day Civil.
Interesting to see if they hit with that ball angling into the body. Got long on the fence, mid wicket on the fence, backwards square, leg on the fence. 3 on the leg side, a cover point on the fence. It's taken on the deep long on, it's going to bounce just short. He's picked that up on the bounce, return into the keeper for a single. At least the intent's there from ball 1 of this over. It looks like they might start to get on with things.
So the danger is here. If Noonan strays onto his legs, Blaxall Hill's definitely got the strength. This boundary over here is A, the short boundary, and B, down breeze.
Yeah.
And it's a strong breeze. So Noonan's got to get his direction right.
Get it right. Yeah.
That's right. And
or he could bowl a foot outside off stump, but he can still cross bat swipe it over mid wicket for 6.
watch the length of this. Just look at the length.
Oh wow, that's a big hit.
That's at stickers and at hip height, and Blaxall Hill takes care of business.
I think I heard Blaxall Hill say thank you very much.
It's 112 for 4. Noonan has to bowl a better length than that. That is just the wrong length to bowl at this time of the innings.
Yeah. No, it's certainly a strength of Blaxall Hill. He can hit it there, so he'll need to be better than that. He'll need to be fuller and straighter.
Safe.
It's out the deep mid wicket. Just falling inside. Oh, there's a fumble there. But still 2 runs to Blaxall Hill. He picked that up well again. I think he smartly didn't try to hit that too hard. Wasn't quite there. Instead of holding out, he's played smart cricket there.
And he's got his run rate over 100. He's 35 off 29, 114 for 4. And goes 4-2 single, smart cricket.
One guy inside the ring now on the leg side.
6-2-4, 6-2-1, sorry, not 4-2-1. Go on, mate.
Yeah, they hadn't had that guy in the ring in front of the wicket, but they've got a guy there now for that single or to save a quick 2. And these guys have shown their running between the wicket has been very good.
Exemplary.
Hardy on strike to Nunes. Took that step across the stumps there, and that's a great cricket shot. He preempted where he was going to bowl that.
Length.
Just short of a length, but a bit of width on off stump. He's 1 foot across in front of the stumps. Just smoked that through square leg for 4.
2 balls this over his head on length, and he's gone for 10 of them.
Yeah.
So that was at stump high. Hardy, not a tall man, waiting for the length he wanted, and Noonan not executing either a slower ball or a crease ball. So 119 for 4.
Good cricket there. He just punched a single. And I guess you could put that down to his youth. I mean, a lot of experienced heads out there in this Rosellas too. Nunes, young guy, obviously a lot of quality about him, and he's only going to get better as he gets older. But you know, at this level, you know, very rarely do those bad balls not get punished, get what they deserved, and
especially with batsmen that are now set.
Yeah, Blaxall Hills, he's been very impressive. He's
actually built a nice innings, hasn't he?
He has. He's sort of gone about his work sort of very unassuming, but then what's he pushing 40?
It's 36 off 30.
36 off 30, so yeah, more than a run a ball.
King rotating his spinners at the Georgetown end because they're hitting into the breeze to them.
Was that Wibble again?
It is. Goes outside. That was a very clever ball because Hardy had given him room outside leg stump, giving himself room, and Wivel went a bit wider but kept it inside the tram lines.
So that 140 is definitely in play, and even 150 is quite possible for the Waratahs here, pending how they go. 2 dot balls to start this 18th over. Hardy giving himself a bit of room.
Doesn't need to now. Now he's got to hold his shape. You've spoken about that more today, particularly when Durham was trying to go outside leg stump and inside out.
That's right. He's hit that well. Has he got enough on that?
So for 2 he will.
It's pulled up there, I lost it.
Hardy dawdling between the wickets and getting told by his teammates in the grandstand to push, and got 2. So Wivel bowling everything very fast and flat at the moment. He's only going for 2 runs off 3 balls so far. And again, Hardy, if he plays across lines, hitting against the Brews.
Wivel again, off stump. Through the line of the ball there, down to deep long off. Just a single there.
I reckon Blaxall Hill's waiting the direction that Wivel's got to be ready here for Blaxall Hill to reverse sweeping, because he's bowling right arm around the wicket. He's not turning them. It's a setup for a reverse sweep. Oh, that's a waste off full toss. And so that's 4 runs and a no ball and a free hit. So there's the no ball call.
Very interesting.
Wow, that's going to be big.
Yeah.
It's a warning as well.
Yeah, well, Wivel's, that's obviously just slipped out of the hand. I'm confident he didn't bowl there on purpose.
No.
And Blaxall Hill was onto it, and you had to hit it well to get 4 down in that area.
Free hit signal given, so the field cannot change. And Blaxall Hill, who's now on 40, producing a very good innings, now has a free hit. Now, I reckon he'll do something unorthodox. I reckon that reverse sweep's right on cue here. It's on now with a free hit.
There's no one out there.
Doesn't do it. Now that won't go for 6. The fieldsman will be well advised just to let it bounce. Can they get 3 out of it? They can't.
Taken 2. So he lopped it up there. I thought he might have speared that in flat and hard, but he gave him an option to score significantly off that ball. He seemed to hit it well, but only the 2.
Yeah, into that breeze that held up. So Wivel got away with the free hit, and it only cost him 2. Blaxall Hill may be on for 2 here. He's coming. That's out. So 1 run scores. So 1 run to Blaxall Hill, but Hardy's run out at the non-striker's end after a brilliant throw from Joe Price. Wivell getting himself to the right position, and that's an excellent run out. That really is good fielding.
Yeah, great fielding by the Rosellas, and great of Hardy. He put his wicket on the line there for his team. The second run may have been on, but great fielding to ensure it wasn't.
Yep.
But Hardy potentially sacrificing his wicket there, but the form batsman of Blaxall Hill would have retained the strike. It's the end of the over, so maybe the single keeping Blaxall Hill on strike for the next over might have been the smarter play. But
yeah, and that very astute of you. I was going to point that out myself, is that Blaxall Hill did not retain the strike.
Hardy running at 22 off 20 deliveries.
5 for 131 is the score. We'll just wait for a change over here to get some details. Joey Price to bowl his last over, which will be the 19th. So this will be the last over bowled from this end.
So Nunes has bowled out. He bowled 3 early on.
Noonan bowled 3 from the top end and 1 from this end.
It'll be interesting to see who bowls over 20, whether they'll keep Wivell on. In comes Price to the new batsman. He smoked that high.
And took the catch.
And out first. Is it carried? Oh, yep.
Yeah, carried. That was a strange sequence there. That was Jack Dundas is the batsman who's out first rock. That was a strange sort of a sequence there. I wonder if the batsman actually thought that the keeper had got rid of the ball too quickly. But
yeah, I was a bit confused myself. It was a slower ball and he's just skied it. Catch was taken, they've crossed, so Blaxall's back on strike. So although they've lost another wicket, it's not all bad for the Waratahs.
No,
Blaxall Hill's
not all
on
bad.
strike
That's a fair point.
and is capable of hitting 6s and 4s and boundaries.
He certainly is.
As many runs as they can get in these last 2 overs to make this run chase as difficult for the Rosellas as possible. 5 for 131 with 11 balls remaining.
And Blaxall Hill has to stay to the end. Even if he pushes 1s and 2s this over, he's got to be there to finish off. He's the key now to get the score. To get the score up towards that 150 mark, which I think will be an excellent run chase.
I'm just wondering who's going to bowl that 20th over.
Gee,
interesting.
Very interesting.
Maybe
Maybe King.
Bills has got an over. King, the skipper, might trust himself. They're going to take 2 here. They're coming back for it too. That's well
done,
ran.
Blaxall Hill. Very good running there.
There's the new batsman.
Kieran Brackenbury.
Kieran Brackenbury, he came back to the danger end there and ended up making that an easy 2.
Score check for you, 133 for 6. Blaxall Hill now on a well-compiled 45, facing Joey Price.
Hit that well through the covers. Be another 2 here for sure. And another 2 to Blaxall Hill, taking him to 47. 9 balls remaining in this Waratahs innings.
Joey Price has 2 wickets now. He's 2 for 22. He's got 3 left in his spell.
2 for 20 chip.
Richie Beno, yes, the great man watching us from above. Oh, he's got that. That's gone.
What's a great way to bring up his 50.
Yeah, terrific way. That's
He's
a very
hit
good
that over
one.
the fence down here at deep long on. That's a great innings by Blaxall Hill. 53 off 36 deliveries. Takes the score to 6 for 141. So that 140 par has been achieved. Now, onward and upward from here. He's gone after Price again here. He's hit that 2, or he's hit that straight to mid wicket.
He's actually done well to keep that to a single.
Done very well.
So score check for is 142. And that 150 looking very likely. Now Blaxall Hill's now 53 in an excellent innings. He's just built and built and built. A couple of 6s. One of them a reverse sweeps, an audacious reverse sweep 6, and that one a little bit more traditional. Brackenbury, who's left-handed, now to face Price. Price is 31. He's got 1 delivery. He's 2 for 31. He's got 1 delivery left in his spell for today.
That on that, just down. Dropped it on the leg side. Take the single. Oh no, it's off the pad, so leg by. Into the 19th over. So Price is bowled out. That's his spell.
2 for 31.
2 for 31.
And as Dan Saunders has been alluded to, it's 142 for 6. Who bowls the last over? I don't think he'll go with a spinner. I think it'll be King to take the ball.
I wouldn't have thought he'd go to spinner. I think it's quite a risky play in the last over.
Yep.
4 wickets in the shed, so every ball's they can go nuts this over, really.
Brackenbury's only got one job here.
Yeah, get off strike.
Correct. Even if he skies it or takes a risk with a run out, it's worth it.
Is that Bills?
I can't believe it. It is too. Gee. I mean, Aaron Bills is a vast experienced cricketer.
Yeah.
Played first grade cricket in Sydney at a very young age. So Bills to bowl the last over. And Brackenbury pretty much has to tap this to mid-wicket and get Blaxall Hill on strike.
It's gone flat and straight. Cut that out to the cover sweeper, but they've taken him on. It's ended up an easy 2 runs, so Brackenbury will retain the strike. 6 for 144.
Yep. Or is that 145 now? I think it might be 145 it is.
145.
They're going to get that 150 mark. We've got a
It's
game on
looking
our
that
hands.
way, yeah.
Good innings from Waratah, really. Brackenbury.
Brackenbury's put it all behind that. He's
That's
hit that
just
out the
outside the ring. Blaxall Hing's going to take it. Oh, there you get back
it's
easily.
great running. Another 2. Smart batting by both Brackenbury and Blaxall Hill. 6 for 147. If you're watching this at home, you might want to come on down to the ground for this run chase, because the Rosellas are going to give it everything. And following this game will be the final. The winner of this game will play the Sabres from Newcastle City. Gee, they were impressive this morning.
Yep.
Brackenbury smoked that.
And he's going to get Blaxall Hill the
straight up,
strike.
actually.
So the most important thing that's happened there is that he's got Blaxall Hill the strike for the last 3 balls. We were talking about that. That all he had to do, most unselfish, trying to get a 4 or 6. But Blaxall Hill now has to monopolise the strike for the last 3 balls.
That's right. So 7 for 147. 3 balls remaining in the innings. Blaxall Hill on strike. Waratahs, fair to say they'll get that 150, which we thought 140 par. 150 is a great score for the conditions. Could go deep into the 150s if you can get a couple away.
Kern coming to the crease. With the Sideshow Bob haircut. Very good young fieldsman. And he'll come out and basically be it as much as he can. This might sound strange. Then again, I am alien, as I've described before, but his job is as a designated runner.
Yes.
Particularly if Blaxall Hill hits the ball in front of square, all Kern's job is to get back to the other end.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, just run.
Blaxall Hill's got 3 balls left from Bills. Inside edge, but that's only a single, down to Price in the exact right spot at short fine leg. Just the single, 7 for 148 now. Kern should be getting the head in gear and putting the ball at his feet and getting Blaxall Hill the last ball. Blaxall Hill is now 54 off 37. Nathan Hudson 34 as well. And Hardy in the middle order was a nice little cameo off 22. Kern's got to get Blaxall Hill the strike. Reverse sweeps and is caught off the second last ball. That is not actually overly wise. And in the scheme of things, Blaxall Hill is going to face 1 ball in the last over.
Yeah, that's match awareness there hasn't really been there for this over. Well, Brackenbury did a good job. They were doubling up, taking the runs that were available, but you want them trying to go up by 4s or 6s, not by 1s and 2s.
If they end up getting these runs in the last, I'm not going to blame him. It's not his fault, but match awareness, and Nick Foster, who you're always speaking to on Tuesday night on Port Stephens FM 100.9, 6 o'clock on Tuesday night, he's always talking to me about players having or not having match awareness. And the higher levels you go with match awareness, the more cricket becomes and I'm lucky because I see club cricket and then regional cricket and whatever country cricket.
Yep.
The higher the levels go, the more what goes on between your ears. And how you figure out and bowl, and having plans to bat, bowl, field, how you handle yourself off the field.
That's right.
The amount of work you do on yourself, things like that. And match awareness is one of those things.
Yeah, no, it's something I've been saying for a long time, but pretty much everyone can hold a bat. Most people can bowl. Some of us can catch, but not many of us have it between the ears when it comes to that cricket smarts.
And Aaron Bills bowls a very sharp ball to finish off things, so they don't actually get.
That's a great over.
That
Bills
is great.
bowled really well that last over.
Yeah, and it will be very interesting to see when we come back. Much faster ball and McTaggart going outside leg stump. Certainly some runs left out there, I think, by Waratahs in the last over. They still make 148 off 20 overs. So 149 will be the chase when we come back in a few minutes. Very good performance from the Waratahs. We've got game on here, Dan Saunders. It should be a cracking afternoon. Dan and I will have a 5 or 6 minute break, just stretch the legs, get a quiet drink, and rinse the tonsils for a minute, and come back with what should be a very exciting second innings. Dan, should be a real cracker.
I think it's going to be a very good semi-final. I'm sure the Newcastle City boys will be watching this very closely to see what goes on. It's a straight turnaround for the winner of this game. The Sabres having time to rest and watch an entertaining game that's been thus far. But yeah, we'll be back in about 10 minutes and the second half of the second semi-final here at Waratah Oval.
On behalf of Dan Saunders, this is David Redden. We'll be back with you very shortly. Welcome back to Waratah #1 Oval for what Dan Saunders and I both think will be a very, very interesting run chase. Dan, welcome back to commentary.
Thanks, David. Yeah, this game is very much open. It's anyone's game. 149 is the target the Rosellas are chasing. Waratahs, pretty well in the end to get to 148. Could have been some runs left out there on that last over, but that's T20 cricket. Bills bowled really well on that last over, and to contain them, only a handful of runs, a couple of wickets. 149's the target, and yeah, I'll let you paint the picture of what's ahead of us here, David.
Joseph Leslie Price has strike. Aaron Wivell, his opening partner, both of them get a move on. And it's going to be a very, very interesting start in this power play. They've got a long on out next to us, Mr. Kern, and a deep forward square for Joey Price. Josh McTaggart is the opening bowler. This will be a fascinating run chase. Please make sure you stay with us. Dan Saunders and David Redden here. Live stream frog box of the NCC Summer Bash second innings. First ball from Price gets whacked out through cover. That'll be a double with this outfield. 1 and 2. Price hitting the first ball hard.
Yep.
Good authentic cricket shot.
Good intent there from Joey Price first up. And I think that'll set the tone for this power play. I think this first 6 overs.
We've got to go.
Yeah, well, 7.5 and over for the innings. It only gets higher as the dot balls rack up. That's where that scoreboard pressure can come into it during the second innings. Geez, hit that well.
Brilliantly fielded at short cover by James Sarakas.
Well fielded.
Now, Josh McTaggart played this year in the Plan B Regional Bash for the Port franchise.
Okay.
And the Newcastle Blasters happened to beat them in that game. That was up at Oxley, the beautiful Oxley Park at Port Macquarie, one of the most beautiful cricket grounds I think I've ever seen. So they played some representative cricket this year. That's wide and will be called. Short and wide, that pretty much stuck in his hand. 3 is the score early on. Price on 2, Wivell yet to face.
Yeah, very aggressive intent already there from Joey Price, so it's going to be a great run chase.
That's gone. Forget it. That's on the hill. Hits the sawboard on the fly, and wrong length to Price and getting it downwind. Typical Joey Price shot. Not effortless, but lovely swing of the bat.
He picked that up early, and yeah, maximum runs there all the way. 9 without loss. 3 balls into this run chase.
Josh McTaggart to Price. Smokes a straight drive straight down to Kern. Didn't hit that cleanly.
Oh, he's starting to wonder what the ball did wrong. He smacked that really hard. Yeah, no, he's just a class cricketer, Joey Price. And
Dan, I'm just going to have to go off air for a minute. I've just got some family things to do at the moment. I have some problems at home. So can you just bear with me a minute? I'll be back with you shortly. I'll just go off air. Can you take control?
Yeah, certainly. So Aaron Wivell's now on strike. This will be the first ball he'll face of this innings. McTaggart coming into Wivell. He's bounced him. Wivell's ducked that. That's the one for the over signalled by the square leg umpire. This McTaggart trying something a little different after the aggressive nature Joey Price has shown him at the start of this first over. No wicket for 10, the Rosellas chasing 149 for victory in this second semi-final here at Waratah Oval, the City of Newcastle T20 Summer Bash. Squared him up there, ball just pushed away to gully. And that's the end of the first over. The Rosellas from West, none for 10, chasing 149 for victory and to book a place in the final against the Newcastle Sabres, which will commence at 3 p.m. following this second semi-final. Still quite a breeze around here at Waratah Oval. Field drying out. The sun's quite warm. When that sun breaks through, the clouds out there to the west. Okay, so Joey Price is on strike, and Blacksall Hill, it was the star of the Waratah innings with the bat, finishing 50 odd not out. Let's see what he can do here with the ball in this power play. But the intent's been shown early, which you need to do in these T20 matches. The power play, very important with only 2 fielders outside the 30-metre ring, and maximise your run scoring opportunities where able. So Joey Price taking strike. There's a mid-wicket out on the fence. Just looking for the second guy outside. Looks like long on is also outside the ring on the fence. So deep long on and deep mid wicket. So I guess that's in the wheelhouse of where Price will be looking to score. The 6 in that previous over, he hit that effortless ball on off stump. So I guess that's smart captaincy to try and take those shots off him from ball 1. It's pierced the field off Blacksall Hill. It's gone out backward a point, and it's actually gone all the way to the fence for 4. First ball, the over, he's attacked that, hit with the spin. That ball's surprisingly got away to the fence. It's been quite slow in the outfield from all the rain we had yesterday. But yeah, that ball had no issues getting to the fence. Rosellas 1 for 14. Price has edged that, and a big swipe at that, but it's gone just wide. Gully's chasing that down to the fence. They'll just come back for a comfortable 2. No wicket for 16. Midway through the second over here. Chasing 149 for victory, the Rosellas. Price on strike again. We was looking to come for a quick single there, but Price sent him back. No run. None of those risks probably required just yet. The Rosellas at this stage doing well in this power play. Blacksall Hill again. It's a beautiful shot. Price has lofted that between cover and mid-off. And that's the second boundary of this over. Showing his class, Joey Price did that really well. That's gone all the way to the fence down there at the southern end of the ground. The Rosellas none for 20 already off only 10 deliveries. Waratahs. And that's a carbon copy result. The shot nearly a carbon copy as well, but that ball's been hit through cover, deep cover there for 4 more runs. Takes the total to 24, and Joey Price 23 off only 9 deliveries. I guess there's not really much Blacksall Hill can do there with only being able to have 2 men outside the ring. And he's gone again. And that ball's gone away. He's hit that really well, Price. And that ball has also gone to the fence for 3 consecutive boundaries, I believe 4 in the over. And as we welcome David Redden back to the commentary booth, Rosellas after 2 overs, no wicket for 28, and Joey Price has 27 from 10 deliveries. Rosella's on top in this run chase.
Thank you, Dan. Apology, everybody. Yeah, sorry. Family member up in Orange isn't very well at the moment, so just dealing with a few issues off here. So I do apologise, everybody, for being off here for a couple of minutes. Thank you, Dan, so much. Yes, I was sort of watching out the corner of my eye, and did he hit that? There was all that offside fence he targeted downwind, wasn't it, from memory? Yeah.
First ball, the over, just back to the point. It actually scooted away, which was surprising then how well it hit the fence. But 3 in a row, just I guess the mid wicket didn't come into play. Maybe easy to say after the event, but maybe a cover sweeper might be in order for Joey Price to the slower bowlers. So Weevil facing McTaggart.
That's gone. That's out of the ground. Absolutely massive. Aaron Gray's car's in trouble over there. Aaron Weevil inside out. Whack.
He has
Pure
literally
shot.
hit the ball out of Waratah Oval.
I beg your pardon. It is Aaron Wivell. I'm sure it is.
Yep.
Because Joey Price has always got the gloves in his hand. It's stop the sweat.
That ball has gone over the fence. It's gone over the perimeter fence of Waratah Oval and landed about 10 or 15 metres, well, into Waratah Oval, near where the cricket nets are, for those who know the area.
John O'Toomey is the new bowler. First ball goes.
Apologies.
No, not at all. A little bit bigger than McTaggart. So
Yeah.
But no apologies. No. Bowls a deliberately shorter ball to Wivell and bowls it into the pitch, and Wivell misses it.
Oh, that was a big hit, though, Fred.
It was pure, wasn't it? It was almost just towards us. Just the sound it made, Dan, was very pure. As they say, he got that one in the screw.
Yes.
Another one. That's another six. That's right at us.
Jesus.
Two sixes in 3 balls, Aaron Wivell, and Wests are on a flyer here.
That one got a bit close for comfort. We're sitting here on the long-on boundary.
I'm getting pogoed over here by Mitchell Nesbitt, who's got the worst haircut in Australia, the lemon ritz. And I misplaced him at me, the keeper earlier on. Hello, Mitchell. Yeah, I thought it was Whitehead. Oh, there was the peroxide blonde boys. The resident pest Lewis Hextall in the house as well here, next to us. The Sabres are in abundance are over here near commentary. 40 and the, gee, we're seeing some gruesome cricket shots early on. 40 in their third over. Wivell's got the field scattering all over the place.
It's gone again.
Gone again, and there's no one out there. That'll be a double out past the practice wickets. Joey will run a languid 2.
It's great to see batsmen when at both ends hitting the ball so well and getting
Properly.
those maximums. Yeah. When you talk about how important those first 6 overs are and maximising your boundaries as much as you can while the field's up, and the Rosellas are putting on a masterclass at this stage on how to do that.
Oh, that's an unbelievable shot. That's 6 over. Oh, that's ridiculous.
Need to watch that again on the replay.
Oh, gracious me. That's a front foot cut shot over point. Oh, he's charged. That is an unbelievable shot from Aaron Wivell. Third bomb in the over. That is and into the wind. He has absolutely pogoed
into the wind to the furthest boundary.
Gracious
He's
me.
cut that for 6.
A front foot cut shot, which is the hardest shot in the book, Dan Saunders. 48 inside the third over. This is a blitzkrieg from the Rosellas. I reckon Wivell will go again. Wivell will go again this ball. I reckon he will. Does.
Oh,
Lost it.
That's 4. That's a beautiful stroke.
6 more over
It's gone all
cover.
the way.
Gracious me, what an over from Averill. 4 sixes. And as predicted, I don't think no one would have predicted 50 inside 3 overs. That is remarkable. West after 3 overs, count it ladies and gentlemen, are 54 for none.
18 and over.
18 and over. What a start from the Rosellas.
Wow, that's some of the most cleanest, fluent hitting that I've seen in quite some time. I mean, we were spoilt with Dylan Hunter early in the day, 80 not off 25 deliveries. But what we're seeing here, 54 off 18.
So Joey Price's 27's now slow because he's got 27 off 10. Aaron Wivell is 26 off 6. And I kid you not. So Nathan Hudson is coming on here to bowl in the power play. What a brave move this is from the skipper. Where are his deep fieldsmen, Dan Saunders, please? But there's someone patrolling at long on, I suspect.
We have a deep mid-wicket.
So Cow and Long are the fieldsmen.
As we saw last over with this type of bowling, Joey Price attacked the offside.
Goes straight.
Straight. Long on's going to get there and just kept that to 1. I mean, as a bowler at present, who don't you want to bowl to? Both.
Probably.
There's no real choice here. You just got to really try and bowl to your field, bowl tight.
He can't bowl it. He can't bowl with width outside off stump. In fact, he goes back long off. So Cow's going to come in. Kern's going to come in at mid wicket, and they're daring Aaron Wivell to hit across the line to him here. And Nathan Hudson bowling with a wrong breeze for a left arm orthodox spinner on my head. But where does Wivell go? Will he play across the line? He doesn't. He actually plays
cricket.
a good cricket shot and gets a single.
Well, that's the thing.
Price is more like, Price is going to target the canteen boundary over here to the right, to the top right of screen. If you look at your frog's box, the top right of screen, that's exactly where Price may target. Doesn't, goes down and slog sweeps. Is it 6? I think it hit the fence on the fly. That's 6. So slog
Another
sweep
6.
from Price. Let's see the line of the ball. Yeah, he's actually hit that on the line. That wasn't off line. That was probably middle, and he's or middle and off, and he's slog swept him into the fence for 6. 62 in the 4th over.
They're taking the outfield out of it to get these boundaries.
That's
Going
close.
On the leg side.
Hit him on the full too. Hudson bowling that ball very cleverly. Very full ball. Price trying to sweep. Would have been a decent shout, I reckon.
Yeah, that hit him on the full, but I guess just that angle down the leg side was enough doubt. He's gone through that offside. He's scooped that up over the field.
Should be a double.
It's not going to go. 2 runs to Joey Price.
64 for none. 1 ball left in the 4th over. So scarily, they've got 2 overs left in the power play. They're not going to stop now. They're just going to keep on going. That's a wide. Nathan Hudson letting that one slide down. And so Price actually will be furious. He missed out on a free sweep there.
Yes.
For want of a better term.
Well, the last ball that he got away down there went for 6.
And that might be 6 over long off. Oh, that's into the compound. Oh, it's actually over the can. And it's 6 more to Price hitting. That's the spot we were talking about.
It's exactly where we thought he'd hit, and
he did.
I mean, this is some extraordinary hitting.
You're seeing some pretty decent cricket here, ladies and gentlemen. Live stream on Frog Box. Dan Saunders and David Redden had the privilege of calling this. This has just been unbelievable to start. Joey Price is 42 off 15. Aaron Wilvel's 27 off 9. None for 72, 71 off 4 overs. Unbelievable.
All of a sudden, those runs left out there in those last couple of overs really kind of haunt the Waratahs. I mean, they're
Changing bowlers, Jack Dundas.
Nearly halfway through their run chase already in 4 overs in the power play.
So Dundas has got the ball, and again we're in the power play. There's a cover and a line, and we're in the hitting zone here. What will Jack Dundas do? Will he spear it in, or will he take Wivel on and actually bowl with some flight, which will be ridiculously brave? Let's just see how they go about it. Wivel facing Dundas. Well, first ball's a dart and gets it, so he's bowling little slow mediums, not spinners actually. His first ball's a dot. So I reckon Wivel's had a sider here, Dan. Look out.
Oh yeah, long on the fence, and I guess a deep cover.
Yes, sweeper.
He goes across the line. He's a very low risk play, I guess, because there's no one out there outside the ring. But Dundas this over, bowling quite well, just bowling those little shooters, those little darts. And again, West don't need to do anything silly. They don't need to take any risks. And all this hitting have been great cricket shots.
Price will take a risk in the next 2 balls. Don't you worry. So he gets a pull shot and gets it off the cue, I reckon.
Yep, mistimed that one, but
Sideshow Bob with the fielding at long on.
That is an impressive main.
I tend not to talk about it. Leave that as it is. Dundas to Price. That's trouble. Won't get there. Well fielded by Kern, actually. He didn't rush that and give away more runs. I think he's actually done that quite maturely.
Yeah, smart cricket.
Dundas has actually done all right here. He's only gone for a couple of runs this over. Price back on strike.
Yeah,
that's fine. Well
Well
called, Jack Dundas. That'll hit the concrete. Oh, dearie me. Got to be careful in a concrete fence.
Good effort for us to stop that ball, but
Price is 47, Wivel 29. It's 78 with 1 ball left in the 5th over. What a power play this has been. This has been some of the best entertainment I've seen in a long time. Yeah, we've seen some cricket today. Dylan Hunter and then these 2.
I was going to say it's been impressive, but it's been better than impressive.
Price will keep the strike there. There's actually a double in there if he wants it. No, Price wants the strike. Yeah. And I totally understand what Wivel did. That was normal cricket. Price wants the strike for the last 6 balls in the power play. So after 5 overs, the Rosellas are none for 79. Who's going to bowl over number 6? It looks like Jonty Durheim.
already. It's down to 70 required or 15 overs. 10 wickets in hand. 2 set batsmen seeing it like beach balls.
So Durham bowls left arm mediums. I'm assuming that the keeper will come back and Hardy will come back and keep back to him. Now, with the power play on, Durham will, what he try and do is cramp Price for room. With the field, he's got 4 in the ring on the offside, 1 at long off. No, the person who's down at long off at the moment is actually moving the side screen. So I reckon that Durham might try and bowl with no men on the fence on the offside. Let's just have a look. There's a man at deep forward square, Dan, and I'm just waiting to see where the second man is on the boundary. Is it going to be long on? No, he's going to move him to long off. So I think that's a wise move. But what this does give Price the right to do is to hit on the leg side straight. He's got all sorts of room there, and also towards the compound down breeze. Durham to Price on 48. That's a lovely ball from
nice
Durham, left arm cutter.
Yeah, Price will have to have a look at Durham here early. He doesn't want to throw away such a magnificent start.
That's a very nice delivery, actually. Very clever. Just held up in the pitch, just jagged away. Of course, this is his home deck, Johnny Durham. Price. Kearns deep.
Coming back for 2.
And that's his 50.
2 run, yeah. 50 to Joey Price.
And they don't realise it yet on the hill.
From 20 deliveries. It's a fantastic innings. Well, that hitting's been very impressive, and off 20 balls, we had a guy today hit 80 off 25 earlier today.
Yep.
Dylan Hunter. So.
Price, magnificent. He has absolutely laced that. Wrong length Durham, and Price just on fire. We're watching it on time lapse here. Look at the width.
Yeah, you can't bowl there to Joey Price.
Width and length.
We've just realised the 50's come up.
A ball late, but that's that done up. 85 is the score. Remarkable first 5 overs, 6 overs here. That was no surprise.
Beautiful shot, backward a square, backward a point I should say, just rocked onto the back foot. Wasn't that short.
This is a clinic.
This
is
a
just
masterclass,
amazing.
a clinic, yeah. And we got the best seat in the house to watch it, Dave Redden.
That ball's on stumps. Price has stepped outside. Durham's actually bowled that straight. So
wow.
He's hit a ball to backward point fence for a ball that was probably middle on the leg. 89 now. Price is 58. Oh, that's delicate.
Smart. Oh, and he's beaten
Dundas, and Dundas will drop down. Produces the slide throw. Very good. Good cricket, Dundas. 91 now. That's just a delicate dab. Very, very, very late cut.
Intentional too. That was amazing. Durham in again.
Inside edge on the pad. Wivel had to be out there if he picked that ball up, because he's also dropped his bat. Watch this on time lapse. I reckon Wivel drops his bat in the dive. Just watch Wivel. He does. He drops his bat, so his hand would have been the first thing over the crease. Anyway, it's 92 off sick in the power play. That is one of the best power play. That's Chris Gale country. That is unbelievable.
15.33333 repeater.
Mathematics is most impressive, Mr. Saunders. Did you do a Bachelor of Mathematics at the University of Newcastle? So?
Probably should have. School of Hard Knocks with this one.
Dundas again coming back to bowl his little dibbly dollars, but now if Price takes him on, he'll have 5 on the fence. So Kern over here at long on, a deep forward square, man in the ring at mid wicket, and where's that second man going? Is he staying at square leg? Dundas wants him at square.
Looks to be the case, yeah. Square leg deep, long on sweeping, cover sweeping.
The way he's hitting them, you could have put 9 blokes on the fence.
They're waiting for the missed time shot now.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to have a long off sweeping on the fence as well.
So long off and cover on the fence. They got 5 in the ring. They have. That's amazing. I would have thought they'd have had 5 out. Dundas to Price. Sweep. That might be out. It is.
It is.
So they get the wicket. Price slog sweeping.
Big wicket of Joey Price. 61 off 26 deliveries. but he certainly played the innings more than the innings that was required. He's got his team off to an absolute flyer. First wicket falling at 92. With only...
I've got to give Dundas credit. He's actually gone on and done a reasonable job for them. What a performance, Joseph Price. Match-winning innings, 61 off 25. It's very hard to see them going anywhere near losing this game now.
61 off 25. It's the second fastest off 25 today.
We have seen some very good cricket.
Yeah.
Dan, while we're waiting, it's been a pleasure commentating with you, mate. I've really enjoyed it. I hope we get a chance to do it again, mate. Thank you. It's been great.
Anytime I'm asked, we'd love to. Really
Absolute pleasure, mate. No, it's good talking to you. Again, I was terrific to hear talk last week and with the great man Aaron Gray, who's actually a terrific colour commentator. He's got so much knowledge. So. But it's been good to share. And we're a bit unusual because we're both actually really play-by-play commentators. So we're sitting here where both of us is normal to call the score or whatever else. It's natural for us. So we're sort of bouncing off each other here, which is great fun. Anytime I get to commentate, especially when you get to be my age, opportunities like this are just wonderful. Such good cricket, lovely day in Australia's best city. You can't complain.
Yeah. I've got to admit, I've been badgering Aaron the last couple of years myself about this sort of thing. And,
that's where it came from, was it? You've been persistent, have you, Mr. Saunders?
Well, they say if you don't ask, it'll always be no.
James King on strike now. Dundas to King. King's perfect forward defence. Well, yeah, I'm not sure that they had it. What I don't know is whether the commentary had actually been considered. I know that this was coming in the live stream, but I'm not going to take credit for it. But I certainly had discussions, and I said, "Oh, have you considered having commentary?" And what I don't know is whether that had been considered or whether they'd considered commentary. I just don't know.
Sure. Yeah,
single to King.
It's again, as we said at the top of the broadcast, the technology's there. It's fantastic. I mean, Joey Price and anyone else who loves some clean ink can go back and watch that online at any time now. Well, otherwise, it'd be just you're either there to see it or it's sort of lost and forgotten.
Interestingly, King forced a misfield from Kern, but it said no and stayed. Just a single.
Good hustle from Kern.
Yeah. He's as I think I mentioned earlier, he's actually quite a competent fieldsman. I'm not sure about his reverse sweeping ability, but he's quite a competent fieldsman. He's got a lovely pair of hands, and he is quick. You can see him in his build. He's wiry and quick. Dundas is doing a very good job here. Little right arm dibbly dobblers. Was that a drop chance? Possibly.
He's bowling really well. He's bowling to the conditions.
When we were younger, New Zealand had a fistful of blokes that bowled. Chris Harris, Larson, there's a whole stack of them bowled dibbly bowlers at this place. How Chris Harris formed an international career to bowling this place, I don't know, but he did it very well. Jeremy Coney going back further when I was younger, the former New Zealand captain. Very good over from Dundas. In the context of the match, that is superb. He's 1 for 11 off 2, bowling little Chris Harris pace. And Chris Harris's main weapon, if you remember, was his complete lack of pace.
That's right.
The ball would stick in the pitch on those decks over there. Whenever he got on flat decks in Australia, they went after him.
The handy middle late order bat too.
Oh, Chris Harris was a very good international cricketer. Full stop.
It's just a shame for our New Zealand. I guess up until now, we're quite competitive on the world stage. When they had Richard Hadley, they didn't have 5 or 6 superstars.
They are a very good cricket side.
I guess they
now.
had Martin Crowe.
They are a very, very
Daniel
good
Vittori. Now, Kane Williamson. I mean, Bolton South.
Neil Fagner, who's got better bowling records than both of them.
Yeah, did a great bowling attack. I mean, Kane Williamson.
Ross Taylor, Latham, Watling. They're probably lacking a world-class spin on. Santner hasn't got to the stage where he's Ravichandran Ashwin or Jadeja or Lyon or Yasir Shah yet. To name a few, Shahir Al-Hassan, who are the world's better spinners.
Pronounced them very well too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
I work with in my job in Sydney. I work with a whole stack of people that are from the subcontinent, from all 5 or 6 countries, if you include Afghanistan.
Sure.
So they have taught me because I'm interested in my cricket's my life really. In summer, they teach me how to pronounce names correctly, and I've had a lot of practice. I'll tell you, I've got a lot of ones wrong.
Ooh,
that's close
that's
and
out.
given.
Yes, you're on right.
Durheim strikes. King playing across the line. Umpiring no doubt there. Waratah were confident.
Yeah, we're just off centre here, but to the naked eye, that looked like there was going to be a lot of questions there for the umpire. He played right across the line. It seemed to be coming straight down the line. And yeah, the finger's gone up. Second wicket's fallen.
Where there's one wicket, there's two. But yes, getting back to that New Zealand Test side, they are very strong now. If they do end up in the Test Championship final, if it's ever played, I think they'll put up a very good account of themselves. Fagner's the one that is the most surprising. He gets wickets bowling bounces at 130. Yeah. Right? He's really
very
fast when he met that. But he's brilliant at what he does. He's very clever. He's got a massive ticker. All of the Australians respect him. And
well, you've only got to look. I mean, the last two World Cups, New Zealand have made the final. Very unlucky in the last one.
That's an understatement.
Very consistent at Test level. They're near unbeatable at home.
Yes.
They're short form.
We're over there. Our blokes are over there right now in the quarantine. I think they're in Christchurch at the moment, playing at that magnificent Hagley Oval, which is a beautiful. Of course, that's a purpose-built cricket ground. When they had their earthquake, Lancaster Park, which is their main stadium, where the Crusaders played, was basically made decrepit. So they've built Hagley Oval. Christchurch has got a huge amount of parklands, a bit like this, but a huge swathe of them right in the middle of town with a river going through it called the Avon, and they've built this superb cricket ground there called Hagley Oval. So a bit of pressure here. Ben Chu comes in at 2 for 95. Durham striking. That's his effort ball. No, Wivel will get there. Don't worry about that. Single to Chu off his first rock. 2 for 96. West's in no real danger at the moment. They now just need, one of these two needs to stay there. They don't need another couple of wickets to put the pressure right back on them.
Yeah, that's right. They've set themselves up to be in a really strong position here, West, and the last thing they want to do was undo all that good work with some unnecessary stroke play. That's smart by Wivel there.
Got to go.
Pressure's on the fielder there for that.
And Wivel's put the cue in the rack. He hasn't played one risky shot outside that power play. He's former New South Wales country batsman, of course, Aaron Wivel. And capable of great dash. You can see he's 32 off 15. He can hit him. Don't worry about that. But now they just need to plod along here. Another single. That backward point's getting hammered. He's quick. And there is an overthrow there. Wivel's gone too far. No, he will not get back. And Kern in off the ring quickly enough. Nick Foster would be drilling his fielder. He had to be on that ring. And in T20, that's one of the things in T20 is you were talking earlier on about match awareness. Match awareness has got to be so good. You are in the game all the time. You can't have a dawdle on the fence.
That's right.
Just can't happen. 2 for 98 is the score. Bouncer and a good one.
He's got away with it.
Yep, he's got away with it.
Nice
so
ball.
Well directed bouncer. Yep.
This gives them batsmen something to think about. Durham.
That was close to that ball too.
Yeah, and again, that's a game of inches, and the difference between bowling that again with a free hit. But he got away with it.
Dundas to come on again from this northern end. He's done a superb job so far. So Durham's 1 for 17 off 2. It's 98 for 2. 8 gone, I think, is on that screen. 8 gone. So 12 overs to get 51. It's not Dundas. It's Nathan Hudson, I reckon. Thank you. I pronounce your name right as well every time, big boy. Nathan Hudson, come on, left arm around, is it? Oh, it's Blaxall Hill. I do beg your pardon. Yeah, thought he was a bit tall for Nathan, so it's Blaxall Hill, who bowls very good off spinners. This will be interesting for him. Or is it, in fact? It says Blaxall Hill on our screen, but this bloke's left-handed. This bloke, yeah, it might be. So, first ball for a single. Has he got that far enough to the ring to get the double?
It's Morley.
It's Morley. They've changed it just then. Okay, thank you. Blaxall Hill, from my understanding, he's a right arm off spinner. Yeah. So, because he didn't bowl in the 5 over slogathon last week, so I didn't get to see him. But I remember anyway. A lot happened last Sunday. That's out the back to hand. He bowled that one out of here. That was really interesting. If we had a chance to see that, we might not. I reckon this has come out of here, the 4th and 5th finger. That's a more orthodox one.
Very interesting.
Oh, there's a misfield.
Easy single there for the Rosellas.
Didn't actually need to go to ground. If he'd have stayed on his feet, he could have kept that in front. Yeah, that was out of here. That was out of his 4th and 5th finger. So he's bowled that. If you have your left hand. He's bowled that, I'm sure, out of where his ring figure is.
Done well to control the ball.
Yeah, he has out there. He has, but that's where it appeared to come from.
Brings up the 100.
Oh, that's top straight. It must be a catch. And that's Aaron Wivel. Wow, that's what they did. Need a odd shot to a full toss, or is it Chew? I think that's Chew, actually. Yeah, I can tell that's Wivel by the way he's standing. So it wasn't Wivel, I do beg your pardon. Ben Chew. So West have lost 3 in a hurry here. It's still 2 for 100. They're still on top, but Waratahs still persisting here.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're not going to contain the Rosellas in 20 overs. They need to bowl the Rosellas out.
100%.
So they need to maintain their positive. They need to be positive in the field. Their bowling needs to be on the spot, and Dundas bowled a really good spell. Morley here so far has looked like he's following in that vein. Problem is the Rosellas batting, it just keeps coming.
Well, he's a little lucky one there because that was a full toss outside leg stump that he's played up sort of a angled bat shot to and meekly hit it to the short fine leg.
He's got away with one.
Yeah.
Or is this Hobson?
3 for 100. Oh, it'd have to be, wouldn't it? It's a bit hard to tell. Just looking at the body size, yeah, it's Hobson. And it won't be Bills coming in next. Probably, could be. Shakespeare, maybe. So, Emerton's also a top order bat. They don't want to lose any more wickets in a hurry. Wivel's got to keep his head about him.
Yeah, well, here's the key now. He just needs to keep rotating the strike, put away the bad ball.
Yep.
They only need to go at 4 and over, 4 and change. But another wicket here.
Yeah.
Well, very shortly, the Waratahs are back in
Game
this
on,
game.
100%. They're still on top, but the Waratahs are not without hope at the moment, whereas about 10 minutes ago they were. Oh, goodness me. I don't believe that.
Not what they need, and that's Wivel.
Match awareness. Sweeping across the line, or hoying across the line. 2 wickets and 2 balls, and now, ladies and gentlemen, it is game on. The Waratahs have taken 4 wickets in the last 15 minutes. Price, King, Chew, and now Wivel, and it's 4 for 100.
And Mr. Morley will be on a hat-trick.
And that'll be Emerton, I'm suggesting, coming up.
Well, it was Emerton and Hobson who got them home against Wallsend last week. Wasn't a big total to chase, but they lost 3 wickets early enough on, and it was this partnership that steered them home to what ended up a comfortable victory. They'll need something like they did last week to just ensure they get the chocolates here, Wes. But yeah, how a game can change. As we said, it can turn on a dime, and 15 minutes ago we were looking to see how far the next 6 went, and now the Waratahs really should have their tail up. I guess the chatter in the field will hopefully increase. The body language will be very positive, and probably be letting Mr. Hobson and Mr. Emerton know they're in a game of cricket.
They're both grizzled veterans. Hobson will ignore it, and Emerton will just use it as motivation.
Yep.
So game on here. It's 4 for 100 in what is still the 9th over. So what an amazing game of cricket this has been. Pretty good solid innings from Waratahs, and then a blitzkrieg from West early on his hat trick. Almost caught it. You wouldn't believe it. Caught it short mid-on.
That would have been a screamer if he caught it.
It would have been.
Mind you, from what we've seen
today
so far.
It's a no-y. It's a no ball. So now let's talk people through. There's been a change of strike. So talk us through what happens here. Dan Saunders, take us home.
So traditionally with a no ball, the field can't change, but because they've swapped ends, you can reset the field for the free hit, is my understanding.
That's correct.
So looking at the field, and it's a very heavy.
Just 1 second. I think there's only 3. There's 3. No, it's not my place to say anything here. But there's 3 in the ring.
There's 6.
I think they're counting. There's 6 out, isn't there?
Yeah. Backward squares on the fence.
Here he comes now. Here comes point.
Okay, mid wickets on the fence, long ons on the fence, long offs on the fence. So there's 4 on the leg side, all hugging, literally touching the fence, as is long off.
And Hobson's first ball is a free hit. And it bowls him.
Oh well, we've seen everything today, Dave Redden.
Seen everything.
We've just seen a bloke bowled on a no ball, which would have been a hat-trick ball if the hat-trick ball wasn't a no ball.
Goodness me. So Morley's first over is electrifying 2 for 4, and the score is 4 for 102 after 9 overs. Yes, that's right, 4 for 102 off 9. I would imagine that Nathan Hudson will be in very shortly, and here he comes now. That is not a surprise. I'm actually surprised that Black Solil hasn't had a trundle yet. But
Yeah.
Hudson to bowl from the Georgetown end. Coal train behind us, which is one of the features of this part of the world, is the huge amount of coal that comes in on that exact rail line just behind us, going into Kooragang Island at the Port Waratah. Whenever I drive across to Stockton, I go through one of the biggest coal lighters I think I've ever seen. That's part of my ritual going out to Stockton home games, going through Kooragang.
Yeah, it cuts Newcastle right in half, that train line.
It does indeed. 102 for 4, Dan Saunders and David Redden here with you. Live stream Frogbox, NCC Summer Bash. Don't stay with us for the final this afternoon. Cannot wait for that. It'll be the Sabres against, at the moment you'd think the Rosellas slightly in front. One more wicket and they're into the lower order and game on.
What a mouth-watering close that would be.
Oh yeah.
Well, the Waratahs might have something to say about that, and they've really brought themselves back into this game. Really impressive.
Emerson pushes that one down to James Sarakas and short their wicket. No run. Hudson will try and get through his over quickly here. Short.
Well, what's happened there?
Got away with one there.
That must have ripped right away.
It does, and it's slowing down. And Hudson bowls quickly, and this is the sort of pitch that will suit his bowling. He'll get a bit of grip, and on pitches with a bit in him, he's actually absolutely dangerous. I've seen him do it at a representative level. So Hobson to face Hudson. It's 103 for 4. Run rate is not a problem. Short ball from Hudson. Hobson leans back. Well, Sarakas goes quickly to the ring. Stops that from multiple runs, just the single. 104.
That's all the Rosellas need to do now. They just need to be patient.
Spot on, Dan Saunders. Full. Expertly played from Everton. Authentic cricket shot down the ground for a single. Breeze is not abating, Dan Saunders.
No, it's been a very interesting afternoon with the weather. The breeze is actually quite heavy at present.
Don't think he's...
Oh,
he's
shout,
given
the
him.
fingers
Oh, wow.
That's Hobson, and that's a big wicket for the Waratahs. Hudson, the right man for the job here. And having a look at the replay. Well, there's only one person that its opinion matters in issues like that, and
what a turnaround this has been. I reckon they've taken 5 for 14 or 5 for 15 along those lines. We might actually get that up on My Cricket in a minute and check out the scorecard on NDCA Facebook.
I think they were 91 at the end of it.
91 sounds right.
15.33, so whatever that was at the end of the power play.
Yeah.
90 plus.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, 91, 92. And
Go on now and check the sum of our scores.
5 for 105, and the Waratahs are right back in this game.
Wickets fall, they were none for 92, so the wickets have fallen at 92, 95, 100, 100, 105. And importantly, Nathan Hudson's extracted Anthony Hobson, I beg your pardon, LBW for 1. It looks to me like the left-handed Aaron Bill's going out to bat, and is. So this game, what a turnaround we've seen. Exciting day's cricket here. Dan Saunders and David Redden here with you, and we are enjoying every single minute of this. Waratahs digging deep and turning this game on its head. 5 for 13, Dan Saunders.
No, that's a true semi-final. It's I guess we'll see now which team wants it the most. That's a really good over there by Nathan Hudson.
And he's now 1 for 20 off 2 overs. Aaron Bill's just playing that one carefully back down the pitch. So Edmonton and Bills, both experienced cricketers, although Bills is a young man. And I would expect that Edmonton will take responsibility here and Bills will push them around for 1s and 2s. They have still got 10 overs to get 44. So The run rate is not a problem. Morley's coming back on from the railway end or the northern end. Emerson will just look to pull away ones and twos, and if gets a loose ball, put it away. What can Morley do here? Full toss first ball, straight back to the bowler.
Well, that first over was a game changer. He's really got his team back into the game here, Morley.
Nice shot from Emerson.
Clean pick up. Well,
yep.
Yeah.
He's a very nice fieldsman, isn't he? We're getting the pleasure of seeing him close up. He's a very fine fielder.
Oop.
XPT on its way north.
That's the country link. So this brings Bills on strike. Left-hander.
Looks like Morley's going to stay around the wicket to him, Ted. Oh, beats him on the outside edge. That's a Jaffa.
Haven't seen too many of them today.
That's a genuine play and miss there. That's his left, the one that goes on with the arm.
Drifted across
with this bruise. That one's a bit more leg sideish and it gets up in the Bills' zip and he carefully puts it down to backward square for a single and he's off the mark, Aaron Bills. Emerton's on 4. They're 5 for 107. Really, these two do not need to take a risk at all.
Just punch the single.
Short.
Rotate the strike. No,
inside edge. I reckon he smashed the cover off that. I reckon he's just got an underneath edge from a short ball that should have been deposited to the college. I reckon this, sure he's got it.
A bit high as well.
Oh,
full. That up there. He's got that away.
One and just the single.
Slowed up there.
No risk taken here, and they've got the just the 3 off that over, but they've done their job. 5 for 108 the score. 41 retired off 9. Will Hudson come on and bowl his third? I suspect he will. Yep. Because he knows he's got to take wickets. You've been talking about this.
That's right. They need to bowl them out. They're not. I don't believe that they'll, if they bat their twin, they'll restrict the runs. And the Rosellas, I mean, they've got to believe. The Waratahs have got to believe that they can bowl the Rosellas out. They've done the hard yards. They've got the top 5 out, and especially a couple of guys who were set and scoring very rapidly. The tail coming in. No disrespect to the bottom half of the innings. But pressure can mount, and scoreboard pressures. This run rate starts creeping up over 5 and potentially 6 and over.
Yep.
The Waratahs could really need to work really hard here for their 6th wicket, where the Rosellas, they just need to keep taking the singles when they're on offer, keep rotating that strike.
Geez, you come a long way down the pitch there. Hudson slowing that one down.
Hudson's bowling really well. He's really on top of the conditions here.
He looks like a representative spinner to me. If you look at him now, this is what he does. He's a dangerous cricketer. And the guy who Sarakas at short mid wicket was wrong-footed there, and Emerton gets a very comfortable double just outside the ring at mid wicket. 110 now. You can't see it off your screen, but Sarakas was moving left and the ball went to his right. Durham going back at the edge of the ring. Short to third man. Emerton doing a very good job here. Got their single.
Yeah, he's playing a smart game, Josh Emerton. Just needs the other end to go with him.
5 for Nelson, 111. Oh, that's a Jaffa. They're buys, I reckon. There might be 2 buys. Umpire's got his hand out, so there's a signal coming. I reckon these are buys and he's beaten them pointless. Yep.
Thumbs up.
What a Jaffa that was from Nathan Hudson, bowling left arm round the wicket to a left-hand batsman. A superb delivery. This pitch has still got quite a bit in it. And Hudson is dangerous at the moment. 5 for 113. 36 required.
Oh.
He's done him again. He's beaten him in flight.
It's bowled
Taken off stump.
Wow.
Nathan Hudson. We're seeing this on time lapse. It's just hit that right stump. Just hit the bail. And they just flicked it as well. Amazing.
Yeah. They tossed it up and went straight through him. And I think they were a bit surprised that the bail had come off, to be honest. It was a bit delayed, but that's 6th wicket. And as you were saying, game on, it's more than game on now.
I I think it's now 50-50. It's very. If it's not, it's even just favourites for Waratahs. Hudson's got another over left. Morley, the spinners have done the damage.
Morley's still got 2 overs. Yes.
Well,
Josh Everton really is the key to this Rosellas innings now.
100%.
I know that might be stating the obvious, but he's got a big job in his hands here. Another 36 runs required. That's the thing with finals. Runs on board is just so important.
Won't it be interesting if it gets down to that last over and they've got themselves 148? That last over for mine, I'm still not convinced it won't come back to them. I just think if they had their time again, they'd have got 6 or 7 more runs without any risks, particularly by getting Blaxall Hill on strike. So the new batsman is Josh Mills. He's coming out not to face. That was the end of Hudson's over. Morley back on for his 3rd over here, and Edmonton will just keep on trying to put 1s or 2s. You wonder if he'll actually take a risk and try and take the game away from them here at some stage. Morley to Edmonton. Trouble.
Well fielded.
Okay, had to go to the backhand. He got him on his wrong hand there, and good running from Edmonton and Mills. 114 now. Saunders and Redden here with you, having the privilege of calling the NCC Summer Bash semi-final here, the second semi-final. And this has been a great game of cricket.
Oh, it's been a fantastic game thus far, and I still think there's some magic still to come, Dave Redden. This is the Newcastle City Sabres are really enjoying this.
Every minute of it. Morley rushing between his overs to put pressure on the batsman. Wider, and he gets an outside edge through genuine slip. 1 coming back for a double, I would suspect.
Easy 2 there.
Yep. Genuine nick, but enough of an edge that a double to Mills and he's off the mark. 116 for 6.
I mean, in the scheme of things, that's a really good shot. You only get 2 runs down there. It's been a while since we've seen some boundaries, Dave.
Long time.
Not too sure how many more we'll see in this game, to be honest. I think
no,
they just got to creep along.
That's correct.
Accumulate.
They're getting advantage from that blitzkrieg of a start.
Oh yeah.
The run rate's going to continue to go down, but they don't have many to get. This is such an interesting state of this game right now. Another wicket now makes it fascinating. Uses his feet, can't get the single away. Morley bowling a beautiful spell. This is his 3rd over. He's 2 for 10 after bowling 17 balls.
I mean, in the scheme of things, impressive some of the batting's been. This bowling's been right up there.
And as they traditionally would, back on the last ball of the over to stop the boundary, back go the men at long on and long off. Full toss, and easily worked into deep forward square, or forward square. And terrible throw, and that's over. 117 for 6. West doing that one tidily.
I think great over there by Morley. He's really clawed his team back into this contest.
And this should be Nathan Hudson's last. He bowled 1 in that when Price was going berserk, and he's bowled 2 since then. He's looked very dangerous.
Yeah, but you're right. That's been all the spinners. The quicks went the journey early.
Yep.
Durheim bowled well. As medium pace, he's just using the conditions, and I think he'll still have a couple of overs.
He does. McTaggart and Toomey do, but they got pogoed.
I think we'll see Durheim come back next over from the southern end after.
And Dundas has also done a good job, and he's also a slower bowler. So
did he bowl 3 or 2?
He's bowled 2.
Okay, so yeah, I think that's where they need to be looking back to, is get that pace off the ball.
Yep. Single there from Mills, comfortable. 118, 31 to get. Another single. Edmonton taking no chances at all, but always looking to score.
That's right. It's smart cricket. Just take the runs, take the singles, and that's 6 and over, which is well over the required run rate, which I guess is pushing up towards 5 and over.
The Waratahs have got to make the game happen here. They've got to continue to take wickets. I would not be surprised to see them, like, they could consider a slip here too. That's one thing they could consider. I know it's an attacking move, but they've got to take wickets. Thrown up by Hudson, straight to short third man to Dundas, and easy single Mills, and Emerton was on his motor as well.
I mean, I guess there's a risk you could take is to maybe take one off the fence and bring into that attacking position. So really do need to.
That might be a double this time. Emerton getting that one out. Yeah, comfortable double. Yeah, lovely shot.
Cricket.
Proper cricket shot. 122 now. Lovely cover drive from Emerton. Very classical position. And he has not hit a ball in the air yet. It's them all on the ground. 122. Brilliant running.
Oh, direct hit.
Oh, he's got him! Oh my goodness me!
Great fielding there, short cover. They've taken the cheeky.
We'll see
single.
the time lapse here. Here we go. Cheeky single and it hits on the full. Oh wow!
And that's Josh Emerton.
Goodness me!
That's a very slow walk off here for Josh Emerton. That's the 7th wicket down for the Rosellas and the Waratahs. They're well in this game now. 7 for 122. Still requiring 27 runs. The Rosellas for victory. The Waratahs needing 3 wickets. And again, we're just talking about just take those easy singles, accumulate, no risks. And I thought he pushed that into the gap, but he.
Well, he's hit it to a right-hander's right hand. He's hit the stumps on the full.
It had to be a direct hit, and
couldn't have been to Hudson and a whip off of the bails. He's done everything he had to, and
I guess you do that at training so many times, and that's just paid off. And they could well have booked themselves a spot in this final. That's still a long way to go. Still 3 wickets in hand. Still 27 runs remaining, but yeah, the locals here just starting to make a little bit more noise on the hill.
7 for 30.
Wow.
7 for 30. Now I suspect that this is Benbow. It's either Benbow or Shakespeare. I think.
Well, Shakespeare couldn't have written a better script today, Dave Redden, than what we've seen.
Dear, oh dear. I can't believe you've pulled that out. It is Andrew Benbow. Oh, good gracious. If you listen to that on replay, oh dear, Dan Saunders, take a bow. Double here, I'd imagine. Is he going to take him on? No, he didn't. Just a single.
But with a smart play, still lots of time. What over we into the? That's 14 overs.
That was Mills who faced that ball, and that's over. So the score is 7 for 123. So 26. That score just changed because they had the wrong man on strike on Lamai scoring. Mills hit that. Benbow had to beat the non-strikers in because he was the run-out victim. That was the end. So that should have been, that's all right now. 723, and Mills should still be on strike. Benbow's got the lighter green West Cup coloured helmet, and I'm sure that Mills has got a dark helmet on now. This will be Morley's last. The Hudson finishes at 2 for 29 off 4. And what a pivotal spell that's been. And Morley to bowl his last over. And again, you just wonder if they'd consider a first slip. I know that sounds like a bizarre move in a T20, but they still have to win the game. They can't let them batter.
Is this Blaxall Hill?
It is Blaxall Hill. You're right. Wasn't Morley, so Blaxall Hill comes in. Sydney first grade bowler. He's used to bowling this, so good call. It is Blaxall Hill, my bad.
Did Morley bowl?
I don't think he's
Morley
bowled 4.
I
don't think he has. Oh gee, the game's sighting right up here. There are 6 blokes in the ring, 7 blokes in the ring at the moment, only 2 deep. So Waratahs attacking. There's a short cover as well and a short mid on. Yeah, lovely shot from Mills. Are they going to go a double? Don't think Benbow will, not to Kern.
Good fielding.
Yep.
Kern again.
Just the single.
Whip it.
7 for 124. Run rate rising reasonably quickly at the moment. They need 26 of 5 overs. That's over 5 and over. 5 and a bit overs actually.
Well, this is good. Waratahs can take their time now. It's fair to say they're in the box seat.
I'm wondering if he's going to go around the wicket here, and if they'll bother to move the screen. He's going to bowl around the wicket, and they're going to have to move the screen, I reckon. It's not left-handed, he's right-handed. Did you see that? The umpire's actually given a signal left-handed. The umpire said left. If you go back and watch that, watch this. Watch his hand.
Yes, too.
And there's the slip.
Good call, David Redden.
So the umpire's given that as yeah, so this one's hit the pad. But I like this first slip. I really do think it's a good move.
Oh, let's squared him up. When we going down the leg side.
What an over this has been from Blacksall Hill.
He's come back well ever since the nightmare experience back in the second over.
Yeah. Bembo gets a fully and puts it away to backward square for a single. Poor throw. Durheim backing up, just manages to tip it over the bar and stop any further overthrows. 7 for 125 after 15 overs. They need 24 off 5. Blacksall Hill's got a couple in the shed. There has to be a change of bowler, and I think that, is this Morley coming on or is it Durheim? I would think that Durheim will come on shortly.
So, yeah.
It's not Durheim, or is this Jonty? Yeah, no, looks like it. He's going left arm over.
Breeze, he's going to have the ball tailing
The
back
breeze
towards.
the breeze is going the wrong way. The breeze is coming across this way from left to right of screen. So if he's going to bowl it, it's going to be coming into the left-hander. He's going to bowl left out if he uses the breeze. If the pink ball, as you know, chops up quickly,
yeah,
and by now this ball's now 15 overs old, it mightn't move much in the air. But Durheim can bowl, as we've seen, can bowl cutters.
Yeah.
He bowled a beauty to Price early in his spell. Durheim's got 12 rocks left. He'll bowl 2 of the last 5 overs. They've kept Morley for 1. They've got Blacksall Hill as well. Dundas has got overs. Don't know if we'll see Morley and McTaggart. I think they'll take the pace off the ball for the rest of the innings. So he's going with short fine leg, mid wicket, mid on, 2 on the ring on the offside. Durheim to bowl.
Oh,
Close.
That's a good shout. No, his fingers hasn't gone up. But he caught him on the crease. I'm straight.
Got to play straight, haven't you? You've got to play straight. And the umpires ruled that he was playing the right line, that it was outside leg stump. So for 725, Durheim is a noted wicket taker. Sorry, Dan.
That's okay. Just pressure starting to build up. So it's at 24 off 29. So
they'll be leg buys. Second full ball, and Durheim's a touch lucky there. Half volley outside leg stump, and he only gets 1 leg by from it. 126. The score progresses ever so slowly. Mills, who's looked quite composed in his short time at the crease. Short fine leg comes across to short third man for the right hand up. In fact, he's not going to short third man, he's going to genuine third man. And in fact, he's actually at fly slip at the moment, but that's going around to third man. Mills.
So it's gone straight
in
through.
trouble if it hits.
Oh.
Gracious me. Dundas getting a rocket out of his right hand. I reckon he might have been close. Let's have a look at we can see this on time lapse.
Oh,
gee, he was watching the ball. He was ball watching there, which is fascinating. 127 the score.
Well, he's hit that well, but he's out straight to mid on. No run. So your dot balls of gold at this stage of the match for the Waratahs.
Don't be surprised to see Durheim bowl 1 more full and straight to him. He's played twice across the line. I reckon Durheim's on the hunt for an LBW here. Let's see how he goes about it.
Set him up. Nice. A bit shorter, but he's played across the line.
Yeah, he did play across the line, and he's under pressure. We're seeing it again on slow. That one's outside leg stump, I think, this time. Kiefer wasn't interested. Again, I think the way he's playing across the line, Durheim knows in for a sniff of a bowled or a leg before wicket here. Don't be surprised to see this one being quite full.
Dave Redden. Johnny Durheim has set the table for Bembo, and he's followed through.
It's funny when you say things that 99 times out of 100 that doesn't happen. And the one time, what a jaffa from Johnny Durheim. Just looked to me that he was setting him up. We were talking about it all over, and he's got him. That looks like Johnny Durham coming to the crease now. What an amazing turnaround this game.
That was a great over.
Awesome.
A great over of bowling, and 8 for 127 at the end of 16.
Cricket 23 off 24 they need now too, so they're in the 6 and over.
It's that wicket column that's the problem here for the Rosellas now. It's not only up now to a run of ball, which there's that pressure on the tail to have to get those runs. They can't afford to lose any more wickets.
And they're also facing a Sydney first grade bowler here. So, what a turnaround. Again, they've lost 35 for 8. They were none for 92 when Joey Price was caught in a seemingly innocent dismissal on the forward square leg fence.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, mayhem has happened at Waratah number 1. And I do mean mayhem. Blaxall Hill will come back on. Mills has got strike. Jeremy Noonan, a very young man, put into a pressure situation.
I've got to say, Waratah, I mean, they had every right to, I guess, get flustered after that early blitzkrieg, and they didn't. And 8 for 35 later.
And there's the single they needed. First ball single. And even despite that field, very well played. Mills has actually been quite calm and mature so far. I haven't actually seen Jeremy Noonan. I've had him in 2 Colt sides, but I haven't seen him bowl much, bat much. So I don't know if he's going to push them around or if he'll actually take them on here. 8 for 128, 21 to win. Plays an expansive shot first ball, straight down to mid-off. Blaxall Hill slowing that ball up, outside off stump slowly. He'll do that again this over, Dan Saunders.
And he does, he's let it go. You don't see that very often in T20 cricket.
He's almost due to bowl a straighter one here. That's been 2 outside off stump. Much faster ball.
Yeah,
that was slow medium. 3 dots from Noonan off his first 3 rocks.
He's come back really well, Blaxall Hill.
And bowled him.
Wow, that's the straight one. Dave Redden again. Might get you to think my lottery numbers. The 9th wicket has fallen here at Waratah Oval. The Rosellas still 21 runs short of victory. The Waratahs need 1 more wicket. This game has been an unbelievable game of T20 cricket. It's had everything, and it's now 9 for 35 they've lost in 10 overs.
I cannot quite believe what we've seen. We're unbelievable. And you go back to things like Hardy's clever innings in the middle order, Blaxall Hill raining balls down here and making what's become a match-defining 50 now. Aaron Wibble's loss of composure when they didn't need to lose a second wicket, playing a slog sweep at the exact wrong time. You know, I'm not blaming him, but now this is. Please don't make any rude remarks this time. This is Andrew Shakespeare.
Yeah, that joke's gone, so we can't go there again. But I mean, they generally are tragedies.
Dear. Next, he'll be throwing in Romeo and Juliet and Othello and King Lear.
Blaxall Hill, I mean, this could potentially be a man of the match performance. A great innings that got his team to a total that they had to defend, and bowling here in the pressure, especially after going the distance in his first over where Joey Price and Aaron Wibble were on fire. 9 for 128.
That was faster and right on stumps. He gets behind it.
That's what you call, that's a perfect example of bowling in partnerships, isn't it?
Correct. So I would imagine that Durham will come on again and again attack. Mills now has to get, I would reckon, of the 21 runs that they need, he's going to have to get 17 or 18. They've got 3 overs to get 21. So it's 7 and over with no wickets in the shed.
All of a sudden, the Waratahs have to be your short favourites.
Oh, goodness, yes.
You said that half an hour ago you'd be getting checked up on.
Yeah. Still no slip. Brings back his 3rd man. With tail enders, that 3rd man should be finer.
Do you think they're giving Mills the 1, get him off strike?
Possibly.
Get the 11 on strike.
That's a full toss outside leg stump, straight down. I thought 3rd man was too wide. I was, of course, utterly wrong because it's gone straight to him. So Shakespeare now comes on strike. Durham bowled a very good set last over. That first ball wasn't his best. It was his effort ball. And we tailing
I think that
on
was
the stumps.
I think that was a plan to get the 11 on strike. Oh,
Jaffa.
great nut. Watch that again. You can watch that again and again and again. It's left arm over the wicket, straight across.
No footwork. He's standing still.
Let's do home again. Ooh.
Again, front foot going straight down the pitch rather than to the pitch of the ball, and that means that his head and eyes aren't in line with the ball. If you watch this at it's front foot straight down the pitch, pretty much football like the Statue of Liberty. Yeah. 129 for 9.
Boundaries have been so hard to come by since Aaron Wivell was dismissed. I think it's going to be very difficult for the Rosellas to go at 7 and over here now. Well fielded there by Dundas.
Rosellas have got to get this to the 20th over and let Mills on strike. Mills is 10. Shakespeare won 130 for 9. There are 14 balls left to get 19.
Oh,
that might be a double. He's got that fine.
They should get 2. They're coming back to the second. That'll certainly help their cause.
Valiant effort by the keeper. Cardi couldn't get across. Score check for you. 9 for 132. He's got 4 this over, I reckon. Shakespeare yet 4. They need another to keep with quotient. They need 17 to get 17 off 13. Oh, he's got a short one.
At least
now,
gets him back
if
on
their
strike.
brains in gear, Mills should stay on strike.
Smart cricket.
So they get 5 off the over. Waratahs and Durheim's done. So we know that Blaxall Hill's got 1. You wonder if they'll go to Morley for the last over of the innings.
Possibly, or Dundas.
Or Dundas. They won't go. I don't think they'll go with McTaggart or Toomey.
I wouldn't think so. I think the proof's in the pudding that pace off the ball has been what's been required in this innings. Well, that's what's done the trick anyway.
It is.
It's really well. It's taken them from an impossible situation to just about, well, potentially grabbing victory. It looks like Blaxall Hill will go again.
Blaxall Hill for his last. Brains trust of Sarakas, Blaxall Hill and Durheim talking. They're motioning towards deep mid-wicket. Or are they going to put the mid-wicket on the ring? I'm just seeing if they're putting a man out. They are.
Yeah.
So out goes deep mid-wicket. So you've got a deep forward square. Sideshow Bob in front of us at long on and deep mid-wicket. Long off. Have they got 4 in? They have. 2 on the leg and 2 on the off. Blaxall Hill will bowl to Mills. In fact, they've got 5 in. Mills, 1 only. Fields one on the ring in the right spot there, so it's single.
15 off 11.
15 off 11. Whatever they do, they've got to get to the last over. Shakespeare. Could have been a chance to his left, but they're pretty authentic straight drive.
Nice shot, he's done his job, got the strike back to Mills, and another one taken off the total.
Now, Blaxall Hill being a right arm offer, you wonder whether Mills will try and sweep him here. There is room behind square.
Yeah, he needs to go, backward to square if he's going to go down there.
Goes to the ring. Are they looking at 2? They are. Well run. Oh, you're kidding me. That is an unbelievable performance in the Waratahs. Wow. The single counts, but they get a run out. And here we go. Big hesitation. He's gone 3/4 of the way down the pitch. And I simply don't believe what's just happened. That's extraordinary. They've lost 10 for 44 and it's game over and the Waratahs are into the final. Dan Saunders, a final summary from you.
What a great game of cricket. The Waratahs have fought back from an impossible position. At the end of the power play, the Rosellas were no wicket for 92. No wicket for 92 off 6 overs, needing 57 off 14 with 10 wickets in hand, and they've lost by 12. An unbelievable performance by the Waratahs. Nothing but hats off to them. They maintain their composure. The fight back to get themselves back into that game is just tremendous, and it's certainly going to be a great final. And bad luck to the Rosellas. I mean, they didn't do much wrong except for about the last half hour.
Indeed. We're going to have to go off air. There's a bit of work. The roller's going to come out right next to us. So on behalf of Dan Saunders, Dan, it's been my pleasure commentating with you, mate. Thank you so much. It's been absolutely fabulous.
Thanks, David.
On behalf of Dan Saunders, my name's David Red. An extraordinary victory to the Waratahs. And shortly we'll have the Waratahs and the Sabres in the final of the NCC Summer Bash. Back with you soon. Have this one open as well, Simon?
Fine.
Can you move that chair?
All good.
I'm just going to go for a
Stanley, did you enjoy that?
Oh, that's great. Yeah, that was cool. Suit me out. Literally seen everything today.
Yeah.
Everything. You walk in and both your moves go smash. Watching, you got to go back and watch that. The game is lost. Just to replace. Just can't believe how well this goes. Both they play 4-6. A front foot dancing with his touch.
Get his opinion on it.